Justin on the fly as we get ready for this play-in tournament game one. Well, should be the only game for the Sixers in this one. Sixers Magic. What's happening, everybody? PHLY Sixers podcast, the watch along. Derek Bodner, I'm Devon, and Bree, she's here. See Bree, everybody hanging in there. President of Basketball Operations, Sixers Magic, about to tip off. This is our first one of the year, so it's great to be with everyone. And we are presented by Fanatics. Make sure you download the Fanatics app. We're gonna give away something a little bit later. We didn't discuss it in full, but we kind of did. We kind of came maybe to an agreement on how we were going to go about things to give away $100 in fan cash only on the Fanatics app, where you can also get some apparel, your favorite jersey, uniform, some sweatshirts, T-shirts as we gear up for the summer, all available on the Fanatics app. So, game is underway. Sixers win the tip, and let's see how things go here as Kelly Oubre goes right to the basket, and they pick up an early foul, Derek, in 9 seconds on the Orlando Magic, which is good. You get an offensive rebound and a personal foul.
So, just to be clear, the winner of the giveaway is whoever throws the most complimentary comment in the live stream towards me. Give me a compliment, you have a chance to win.
Fair enough. Dembona in his first postseason action steps to the line, knocks down his first.
To be clear,
one.
that
Good.
is not actually what we're going to judge it on. I just want to be clear.
No. We'll tell you about that a little bit later of what you need to do in order to qualify for the $100 in fan cash on the Fanatics app, everybody. All right. You see we have our drinks and stuff on the table. We always have candy, everybody. So if you know us and you've been around us, you already know we have a sweet tooth problem and the candy is in a full effect.
And if you would look at the two of us, you would not expect it. It is Devon, the one with the biggest sweet tooth problem, but yes, here we are.
Yes, I do. I do have that. All right. Paul George, first action. Jeez.
No, it's good.
Oh, it's good.
That's good. That's us.
Good. Thought that might have been a little foul, a little slap on the wrist, but that's okay. A little under control.
Come on, Kelly. You need a better closeout than that. But
good help from Bona, though.
Yep.
Yeah.
No.
Good.
I just don't need a top of key three with 20 seconds left on the shot clock,
agree.
you know?
I agree. Fair enough. I agree. All right, let's see. Now, look, we talked a lot about the Sixers should beat this team, and we were all in agreement on that. Are we underselling, though, where the fact that, look, Orlando's here, too. They can win this basketball game as well, and they have their full strength of their complement of roster. They can win this basketball game as well.
No, I mean, look, I think a lot of the dysfunction over the last week or two from the Magic does kind of obscure the fact that they are a competent team. They're not really good in any regard. Like, they don't do anything at an elite level.
5 in a row, no matter the opponent.
Yeah, those were mostly garbage April wins. Like, you're talking about the Pistons without Cade and Durant. Like, you're talking about what else was in there? There was the Wolves without Ant and Gobert. Like,
Sixers beat the same team.
Sure, but I'm not exactly going to be quivering because they beat a couple of teams that weren't playing anybody.
I'm just simply pointing out they can win this basketball game. We haven't talked a lot about what's their game plan of beating the Sixers.
No, I think there's two reasons. Everything makes me nervous. Everything in every aspect. That's my own personal problem. But if I'm going to be nervous about this game, it's two things. One of them, they are a competent they're not, like I said, they're not really good at anything, but they're not really terrible at much either. And it's one game. We've seen one game in the NBA is not determinative of team quality. There can be a lot of randomness. You could come out here and shoot 9 for 35 from 3 and you're then in a do or die game against the Charlotte Hornets. 2 big threes from Kelly. I gave him a little bit of guff for taking that one early in the shot clock, but then he made 2 in a row. So.
Say it again. I mean, he can make this shot, Carter, but I'll live with that. I'll live with that. But when you do talk about anything can happen, all right, so Kelly Oubre already, he gets to the basket, helps draw a foul on the very first play after they win the tip-off. Then he gets these 2 threes to go. he could be the one that holds things down early until Maxey gets loose, or say Paul George gets his shot going. That Kelly Oubre is the one that, as we said with the first game that they played on the season, the 136, 124 win, Oubre was part of that three-headed monster where they scored 20-plus points each between he, Maxey, and Edgecombe.
Yeah, and look, you're going through periods now where Tyrese is, I think, a little more.
Jeez, they just do dumb stuff.
Yeah, they really do. Their passing is not good. This is really the one team where you have like a playmaking and a passing and a decision-making edge against. You're not going to see that very many in further rounds of the playoffs if you make it, but this is the one team where you do.
So when I went back and watched that first game, right, this was in the fourth quarter too. Banchero made a play, drove to the paint, defense collapsed. Behind the back, on the other side of the floor, same end of the floor, behind the back pass that went all the way down the other way.
Yeah.
That's what they do. They do stupid stuff like that.
But going back to it, this is you're seeing Tyrese be a little bit more conservative, especially to start games lately, where he talked about it against the Bucks. Now, part of that was like he just didn't want to get injured in the final game, and he, as the game wore on, he realized he got to pick up his aggressiveness. But you've seen him come out a little bit now and be passive early in games, ever since coming back from the injury. So you're going to need, I think in terms of the past, overcoming that, we talk about Paul George a lot. And I think you're going to need a lot out of Paul George. He's got 2 shots here in the early going. Hasn't made one, but we'll see. But Kelly is absolutely one of those players that can help pick you up offensively for a stretch. I don't necessarily trust him to do it over a 7-game span, but if you need a quick boost early on, especially if he's making shots like he is early on in this one, then yeah, he could be a source of offense.
You see Tony Brothers there?
Yes, I did.
Tony Brothers, the official. He's the head official, so yeah.
Our favorite.
All right, let's see here. You're right. And then that'll happen.
What's going on?
Double text.
I can't stand double text, man. I can't stand.
So maybe did they do double? They did double.
Somebody always initiates. Stop being a coward. Hold them accountable. Even if it's against the Sixers. Like, I cannot stand double text as a concept. You're never equally at fault.
So what happened on the screen, though? Oh, okay, he gave him.
Yeah, I mean, he was clearly moving. That's a foul.
No, I mean, he there was some.
That's one of the most egregious offensive fouls.
There was some emphasis on that.
Yeah.
All right, so double text. No harm, no foul. Just don't be stupid going the rest of the way.
One of like 2 guys you can't leave open.
Got the switch that he wanted.
I would like him to try to go off the dribble there.
Exactly. I would prefer to.
Especially since coming back from the injury, he's looked a lot more comfortable getting to the rim than he has pulling up from deep off the dribble. I would like to see him go right at him.
I agree. Paul George showing that 2-way, though. Nothing happens offensively, but he is disrupting things on their action on the other side.
We talk about Paul and his consistency a lot because offensively he hasn't been very consistent for most of his Sixers tenure. But he is the most consistent defender on the team. Like, he is absolutely the stabilizing force. He's not only the most positionally sound defender and the most versatile in terms of switching, but he also has the best hands defensively and the best ability to get you out on the break.
Yeah. There's Kane. Kyle talked about him on the Tuesday show, I believe, where he mentioned Jamal Kane coming in from behind the three-point line, shooting at a really, really good clip overall. So needs to be accounted for. Cannot lose him. Surprised he's the first wing off the bench over De Silva?
I'm sorry, you're asking me. I was looking at stuff.
Were you surprised that Kane was the first one off the bench over De Silva?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. Andre Drummond in for Dembona also.
How many fouls Dem got so far? Just one?
Just one. Yeah, just one. But it's right around that 5-minute mark. How many on him? Who picked up that first one? Was it Carter that picked up the first one?
Let's
When I
see.
say
They
him,
got,
I
they
meant
got, they got
Banchero.
2 on Banchero. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Attack him. 7 minutes to go. Attack him.
I'm gonna deprioritize the Phillies game a little bit.
No, I just pulled up the box. We're good.
Here, I'm putting the box right there. We are covering the game, so I guess we got to prioritize the game that we're covering.
He missed both free throws, by the way. Nice closeout. You live.
All right, so they're going to break down 2, 14-12 with 6:40 left in the first quarter. So far, Sixers shooting 4 for 10 from the field and 2 for 4 from 3.
How do you feel about the shot selection so far?
Like I said, there were a couple where I wouldn't have minded Tyrese to attack. Now, he did on that last one, drawing that second foul.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part, I haven't had a huge problem with many of the shots.
Mainly the Kelly one. Kelly first 3.
Yep.
Kelly Oubre, and then Tyrese Maxey not taking Banchero off the bounce, getting to the basket. Sidestep fadeaway 3 out of bounds. Difficult. He's still 6'10", so
Yes.
It's not against the clock. Take him off the dribble and take the baseline and have at it. Yeah, so many things open up with that. So right now the Sixers are shooting 4 for 10. The Orlando Magic 5 for 9. Both have made 2 threes. 2 for 4 for the Sixers from the foul line. Those 2 misses that we just saw from Tyrese Maxey. 2 for 2 for the Magic. Rebounding wise, 5-3 in favor of Orlando, and 1 offensive rebound each. So nothing too out of the norm at the moment. They need to protect the basketball. They're pretty good at that normally. Got to force those turnovers. Bane has 2 right now for Orlando. So they need to protect the rock themselves, though, so they don't give Orlando any opportunities to get out there.
And they've done that outside of the one Kelly. I think that's the only turnover that they have.
Mm-hmm.
Nice throw from JT there. You might, during commercials, you might get some Phillies commentary. We got the game going on a second screen. My apologies about that. I'm
right.
not really apologizing.
You know, losing the series is
frustrating.
No big deal. Start off with a leadoff home run and then can't score. It's the 5th inning now. Hey, come on. Rope that one right down the line. Not great. Not great. All right, everybody, we are here presented by Fanatics. Make sure you check out and download the Fanatics app and get involved there, where you can win some fan cash from us later in the show. $100 in fan cash later in the show. We're going to tell everybody how to do that a little bit later, because this is going to involve a little bit of a guessing game. And we can't tell you too early because, look, we trust you all. We believe everybody in honesty. You know, it's all love, all family here. You're not going to look it up on Google, no? All right.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm shaking my head at the Phillies.
Oh, they gave up a home run. All right. Yeah, we trust everybody to be honest, but we're going to wait anyway. So if you're just joining in, we're giving away $100 in fan cash, courtesy of the Fanatics app. Look up. Jamal Cain trying to calm Tyrese Maxey down. Why is he doing that? Oh, that's a clear foul. Body and then hand?
Yeah.
Come on. I do want Maxey to kind of calm down a little bit on some of these. He does this quite a bit now.
Even just like talking to him in the locker room, the lack of a whistle annoys him. You can absolutely tell.
But he says it though. He says that I know I have to stop talking to the officials, but
no, like
it's frustrating.
I think like logically he knows that. That doesn't mean emotionally he can translate that onto the court.
Yeah, because in the moment you're ticked off.
At least he made him this time.
Yeah, you know. Got my Wawa cup, y'all.
When was the last time Tyrese went 0 for 2 at the line? That does not happen very often.
It doesn't happen. See,
I didn't see a lot of contact there. He like he pulled the chair. Yeah,
he lost his balance. That's a cheapie though that you wish he could avoid. All right, De Silva now in the game with Wagner out. Carried. I mean, he's carried like 4 times trying to pass the ball, and they cut the passing lane away, and he carrying the rock, Banchero. Swing it. Swing it. Extra pass was right there. Once he split, boom.
That's not Kelly's style.
Yeah, even before the split, he shouldn't have had. He didn't have to do that. I live.
Yeah. Nice rebound by VJ.
Yeah.
His contributions on the glass really helped. Oh, Drum, don't go to the quarter, man. You had half the freaking court wide open.
I didn't mind it because he was giving them the room to drive. I didn't mind it.
There was just, I think even he could have, you give him a pass at the dunker spot. I think even he has the speed to convert that one.
In defense of him, I would have passed it before he started fading to the perimeter. I thought they should have thrown it to him a little bit sooner, lead him to the basket, and let him do that. Where's the box out? They just all watched
it.
Yeah.
Good job, Kelly.
Who's that? Oubre or George?
With the pass?
Yeah.
I think that was George.
George, he's one that doesn't hesitate. He trusts, he knows, he sees it. Big man seals, deep position, passing the rock.
Even still, Drum shoots like 52% at the rim, so it
and that was on the left hand too, right?
Yeah. That had the chance, 50-50 chance of that being an air ball.
Come on, you got to pick up that rebound. That was all the way out at 17 feet. Somebody has to secure that rock. That's a floorboard that can't happen. Oof.
Somebody shut that door.
Not kidding. The weather's good outside. That was all him. Go. Oh.
Nope. PG was wide open.
He was wide open. Wide open. Missed 2 passes to the basket already. One to Drummond, one to George. Got to be aware.
Yeah, there's that PG pass you're talking about.
Yeah. Now a lot of hesitation there. Screen, sealed, do it. While everybody's in here, appreciate the love. Joel's sitting on the bench, and Embiid is sitting on the bench with his teammates. Hit the like button. Like and subscribe. Spread the word. If this game remains close, let everybody know where they can hang out and have some real good discussion and watch the game right here on the Watch Along with us. Derek, Devon, and Bree. Kyle's at the arena. Hopefully this is the only game we have to worry about for play-in, and we catch up with you all for Sunday against the Celtics. Hopefully.
Not the most aesthetically pleasing game of basketball I have ever watched.
And
Sixers have made all but 14 of their first 19 field goal attempts, and the Magic are shooting 6 for 17 from the field.
But it doesn't even seem like there's playoff nerves or anything. It's just
it's just two teams that can struggle on offense at times.
Exactly. Drummond giving some good minutes though.
No, he's been a real presence on the glass.
345.
You got Barlow coming in for Kelly.
Okay.
So even less shooting.
Edgecombe out. Grimes is already in. So the lineup right now: Grimes, Maxey, Oubre, Barlow, Drummond. Had Tyrese Maxey fading in that corner. I don't like that attack. Nobody back with him. I mean, defense at least could get set because nobody's back, but I just thought that was a little early. Good defense from Barlow there. Even though he made it. I know everybody, he did make the shot. But, yeah. Let's see here. He hasn't gotten an easy look yet. They need to screen. They need to run some more screens for him to get some movement where he's running downhill, potentially get to the basket, get to a spot even. Doesn't have to be a three. Yeah, Kane Banchero, that's what I want. Step into it. So he's got it. He's got it. Now, again, it's much easier when nobody's defending you, but that was a deep one too. So I'm telling you, man, it has to be off the bounce. It's just really difficult to get that good feel on the basketball.
Yeah, I just wonder if it's like a control thing. If it's taking him a split second longer to really gather control of the ball. I don't know.
And I haven't been there. You've been there. Have you seen him up close with the tape the other day?
He definitely has tape on it. It doesn't look like it's too obstructive, but yeah.
Okay.
So we got 21-20 Sixers lead here with, what is it, 2:10 left.
33% for the Sixers, 40% for the Orlando Magic. So to your point, nobody's lighting the scoreboard on fire. All right, real fast. What did you think, since we've talked about Charlotte winning that game, that thriller that they had against the Orlando Magic in overtime? What did you make of that game?
Besides the
trip,
besides the obvious. It was a good, fun game. I wish Bam would have gotten a chance to finish it. It was an exciting game. I'm curious to see how that translates to the next one for Charlotte. It really sucks that in a single elimination do or die game, you've got so much controversy. Like, they should have absolutely had a chance to finish that one out with their full complement of players. It was a completely unnecessary, not that any injuries are necessary, but some of them come within the flow of the game. This one did not. It just sucked. But I think for the most part, two teams are, I thought Charlotte played kind of the way that you expect them to play. And if you have to match up with them, that pace, their willingness to fire from deep, I think those are going to all be challenges.
The fact that, what was LaMelo? He had his first two, and then he missed the next 11 or something like that.
That's him, though, right?
Yeah, it is.
Very streaky player.
It is, but he's been really hot.
He's not going to stop shooting if he struggles.
But then that was the thing. Even though the game, they had an 8-0 run in the fourth quarter, and then Miami came back. They had their 8-0 run where everything was close. Davion Mitchell was destroying them, Andrew Wiggins, etc. I thought I thought LaMelo Ball played a really good game.
Yeah.
Overall. I really did.
He really has taken a leap this year. Like, obviously, I think a lot of people are going to assign Khan a lot of credit for the turnaround. And from a culture perspective, I think that's true. From an on-court perspective, he has been incredibly, you just don't see rookies come in and be that consistent. And the night-to-night contributions that you can count on from him is really impressive for a guy of his age and experience.
Yeah.
But I think LaMelo has taken a legitimate leap. It helps that he's available. Like, he had a 3 or 4 year stretch where he just wasn't available all that consistently.
Yeah.
But I think he's playing a better brand of basketball, but he certainly still goes through spells where, like, he's going to shoot, like you mentioned, 2 for 10.
He was ready to go yesterday. Tuesday, the first game, he was ready. He came right out, man, and he was in a groove. And I just thought he played some really good. And I've been very, very critical of him. I understand the availability part of it. They weren't very good, so also trying to position themselves for draft picks as well. But, man, he really played well this year, and they have something cooking with Charlotte. Con Knipple, though, he was like 0 for 5, 0 for 6 from 3. Looked like I'm not going to say the moment got too big for him. He just missed his shots. Brandon Miller played well. We don't talk about Miles Bridges, but if we talk about basketball, he played really well. Nice. Drummond with a nice little weak side cut, baseline cut from Dominic Barlow. Drumming it right around 17 feet. Perfect pass. Nice dunk baseline, easy bucket. One thing about Barlow, too, that I do like, as we talk about his rebounding, his offensive rebounds and all, he's real disciplined and staying down. He doesn't have jumpy feet, trying to block everything.
Do you have anyone in mind when you say that, Devon?
A couple guys on the Sixers, yeah, but he's not one of them. That he can stay down on the floor, even though he just picks up an offensive foul there. I do think that I like the fact that he's not one of those jumpy players that picks up those silly fouls in that way. I think he does a pretty good job. Cool, you could have switched back right there. He's not getting those calls that he wants. He's not getting those calls. It's playoffs now. See, you can call it postseason. The playoff.
It's a playoff whistle.
The playoff whistle.
That's fair.
The playoff whistle is for real. How much time left on that shot clock? I know we're at 20-some seconds, but Sixers playing aggressive defense, though. And for the most part, it's not hurting them.
Yes.
Not hurting them.
And we talked a lot about that, where, like, you can get away with that against this team. Orlando so far 2 of 7 from 3-point range. Kane and Bane?
Kane and
Bane
Bane
has the other one? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, there are a lot of guys that you can help off of and get away with it. Sixers have been pretty aggressive in terms of going for steals, and they've got, what do we got? 3 steals and 4 blocks already here in the early going, so it's certainly paying dividends.
Mm-hmm.
This is one game where, like, that cost-benefit analysis, a lot of times this year, if you've watched the show, if you talked about the Sixers online, there's a lot of complaints about the Sixers leaving guys open in the corner. That has burned them a lot. I think the Sixers are bottom 5 in terms of allowing teams open corner threes. This is one game where that, like I said, that cost-benefit analysis just is in your favor.
It's about 2 seconds separate the game clock and the shot clock in the quarter, first quarter here. Maxey going for the switch, gets Wagner one-on-one. I like it. It looked good coming out of his hand.
Third three from Kelly in the quarter.
It did. That one did not look good right there. That heave. Sixers up 28-24 at the end of one. Just looking at the numbers as Derek just laid all of that out. Right now, the Sixers are shooting 40%. They're 10 for 25 from behind from the field. Only 10 made field goals. Wow. 4 of them are threes, though, so they're 40% from 3 on 10 attempts, 4 for 6 from the free throw line. We talked about those 2 that Maxey missed a little bit earlier. That's unlike him, so I expect him to later on, if he does get those opportunities again, to make his free throws. So he's 2 for 4 from the free throw line. Orlando, not much better, 9 for 24, 2 for 7 from 3, and only 4 free throw attempts made all 4. Sixers with the 13-11 rebounding advantage, 7-5 in the assist department. So both teams sharing the ball, a decent amount so far. 3 turnovers for the Sixers, 4 for the Orlando Magic, and the steals, Sixers, as Derek pointed out already, with 3 steals, 4 blocks for the Sixers. They do have 4 offensive rebounds, 3 for the Orlando Magic. So 28-24 after 1. Tyrese Maxey leads all scorers, if I'm not mistaken, with 9 points. Yes, well, he and Kelly Oubre are tied with 9 so far for the Sixers. Quieter offensive Edgecombe start.
Yeah.
Just 2 points. That was a transition layup off of a steal created by Paul George, but he has rebounded with 4 boards and no turnovers. Kelly Oubre is the only, 3 turnovers overall for the Sixers, but in your backcourt, your starting backcourt, no turnovers between Maxey and Edgecombe. So that's where things look right now. Scoreless for Paul George, 0 for 3, 3 assists. We talked about the steal, creating that Edgecombe bucket. And I think the center minutes have been solid. 4 points for Drummond with 4 rebounds and 2 block shots. And that great assist to Barlow, cutting baseline for that flush that he had. And a Dembona, 2 points, 1 rebound. And that 1 rebound was offensive. Surprise, surprise. Not a defensive board. But he hasn't hurt them either. And his 2 points came on the first 2 points of the game off of that offensive rebound. Since then, not much from a Dembona, but nothing to complain about as far as the center minutes so far for the Sixers. This is about what you expect from these 2 teams. Derek pointed out 2 teams that are right there in the middle of the pack of the Eastern Conference. Sometimes they can get hot, like we saw with the second game with Orlando when they blew out the Sixers. Anthony Black went nuts. But sometimes for the Sixers as well, with that game 1 that we alluded to. First game, 136-124, where they had 3 20-point scores. Maxey with 43 in that game. This seems like it's going to be a game of runs type of game. Team that makes the least amount of mistakes, crashes the glass the right way. The fundamentals are really going to pay dividends in this one, in this elimination game. But this is also why, even though you're down Joel Embiid and you look at what the Orlando Magic have, you look at them and say, that's why you give the Sixers a chance, especially on their home floor, of beating this team tonight. So I think they are as much as we would have liked a few other things to happen, a few extra passes, maybe a few extra attempts, drive to the basket. They're in a decent spot right now after 1. Maxey's starting the second quarter on the bench.
Yep. Which means you do need more from, like, you need PG and VJ to step up a little bit here. And they've been trying to develop that pairing. You've seen Nurse increasingly go to those 2 when Tyrese is on the bench. This is when you need, point guard VJ. This is when you need Paul to really try to get downhill and create offense at the rim. You need more from them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is a good matchup, Edgecombe and Anthony Black. Even that one looked long.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to go off back rim. And yeah. So.
And that was another one where, like, he was trying to get the spots off the dribble. And look, he's got that mid-range pull-up to fall back to whenever he can. But you would like to see him turn the corner once or twice here to really feel confident about a big night from Paul.
Lonzo, not happy. Look at Lonzo in this tweet. Not happy. Calling out Nick Wright. Get him, Lonzo.
I assume Nick Wright criticized
the play. Yeah, I guess I hadn't seen.
I didn't see it, but I try to go pretty far out of my way to avoid a lot of that. All right.
Same.
I'm about to make an executive decision here and turn off this Phillies game because they're just pissing me off. I don't need to get pissed off by 2 teams today.
Just focus on the one that really matters for tonight. You got to get that loose ball,
and after
man.
blowing that 4-0 lead, though, last night,
Yeah.
you would have liked them to turn that around.
Yeah. Three seconds. There you go.
All right.
We got a couple super chats, too.
We got the super chats rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it.
Both from Jay. First one. Well, I'll read the second one since it's more relevant. He says, gonna need more from PG.
Agreed.
Absolutely. Just talked about it.
Nice to see that first bucket, Jay, to drop. Still feels like the shot was long, but it dropped. So maybe that'll make things a little bit easier. And he was ready to size up Franz Wagner right there as well. What's the second one, Bree?
Second one, he says, watching the Sixers with a couple of Philly media legends and a goated producer. Can't get any
Well, I don't know
better.
who you're talking about, but I appreciate it.
No, I do. You're talking about the goated producer, Bree.
That I picked up on, yeah.
And the legends would be Jay.
Thanks,
Oof.
Jay.
There you go,
Tough
Jay.
shot.
Right on cue. Right on cue. His next 2 shots, Paul George, a 3-pointer and a step back. So there you go. Edgecombe picks up his second foul, where I think that one was avoidable. And it's an and one for Anthony Black. This has been something that we've talked about a lot with him during the year. If he's gonna foul. Don't allow them to get the shot off. Now that was a little bit because it was crossbody, but yeah, don't pick up these cheapies, VJ Edgecombe. All right, so quick 3 on the comeback. Sixers were up 6. They get 3 back. Orlando does 34-31 with 10 minutes to play in the second quarter. Franz Wagner cannot defend Paul George. I'm sorry. Thank you. He just picked up a foul. He cannot. So leave him on him, Jamal Mosley. And no screen. You don't need a screen. Forget Goga Batadze there, Andre Drummond and Paul George. You don't need it. Oh, they switched it. Put Bane on him. You can still score on him too, but I'm just saying. Andre Drummond is hooping. Gotta get it across, my man.
You had a second.
Yeah, he had a second. Whistle might be different. Playoff whistle. Why'd he hesitate?
They are taking a little while to get into their offense. And look, they're making some tough shots right now. VJ, Paul, especially in the stretch to start the second. They're making some tough contested jumpers. I'd love to see them get into their offense just a little bit quicker, though. And rebound.
And put a body on somebody. Yeah.
Especially that guy.
Yeah.
Like, you know what he's in there to do.
Well, Barlow's at the table, so we'll see where it goes here. If this is a VJ thing.
There you go.
Yeah, he touched it. Who you calling here? Barlow out, Barlow in, who's out? Where you going? I say he takes, he left VJ in. Ooh. I thought he's going to take him out. Grimes comes out then? Or does he go small? Or does he go small with the
There's
5?
Drum. Well, he got 4 out of 5.
Drum is out there?
Drummond's still out there, yep.
All right. So that means Kelly he wasn't in the game in the first place. So
We got
Grimes
VJ,
is
PG,
out there.
Barlow, Grimes, Drum.
This is what we do, everybody, when we watch the game. We try to coach from back here and right, Bree, figure out who's substituting for who. Who would you take out? This is a lot of Paul George, man.
Did Drum just bust out a Euro step?
Yeah, and
I did not know you had that in your bag.
You haven't
I
seen
apologize for underestimating you.
that? You haven't seen that?
Oh, he'll try anything.
That was a foul on Paul George. They just didn't call it. What are they doing? I'm fair. Whistle. Got away with one there. Sixers did. We're going to tell everybody what, Bree, the third quarter? Let everybody know what our giveaway will be?
Yeah, let's do it after halftime.
How we give away our $100 in fan cash. Well, your $100 in fan cash. We are just holding it for the moment. You needed that one. It was a good look.
If you had $100 fan cash, what are you going for? Not specifics, but like what apparel of clothing? I'm probably going hat.
Probably a hoodie.
Always up my hat. Okay.
You know, I'm always
a hoodie in going into May. That's an interesting time to buy a hoodie.
Well, even in May, I come into the office here in the
That's
studio.
True. The studio is
I'm
cold.
literally wearing a sweatshirt because I was
chilly.
freezing before.
Exactly.
It is what 90 degrees outside today, and Bree's in here in a sweatshirt.
Yeah,
it's true.
I brought a sweatshirt from home because I knew I was gonna get cold as hell.
I keep a hoodie in my car just in case. When you see us wearing hoodies in August, it's 'cause it's a little chilly in here.
I will go right in Jamie's or Todd's office and take one out of whatever shelf they have of the merchandise and wear it for the night. There you go. Take them off the bounce, man. Take them off the bounce. Stop playing, man. To the basket.
I will say, extending this lead while Maxi's been on the bench for he's going to get a solid 5 minutes on the bench here to start the second. If you can extend this lead, that puts you in a pretty good spot. What an awful closeout. Have you not been watching Quentin? Like he's got that first step, man. If you give him that bad closeout, he's going to attack it.
Have you been watching the guy who was closing out on him? All that said, they should be up 9. They should be up 9. They should have got that Drummond bucket or at least that Grimes 3.
Also, those missed free throws.
Yeah. Maxi's back in.
There you go.
Grimes makes the free throw, everybody. Sixers up 6. Almost midway through the second quarter. Bree, what would you do with the $100 in fan cash merch?
I'm kind of with you with the hoodies, but I might have to expand my jersey collection. I feel like $100 is pretty good.
All right, so non-Sixer, who you looking at? I know McCain. We all know McCain, the OKC McCain jersey. So we'll take him out also.
I don't know.
Edgecombe struggling from.
It's a good one.
I figured out what I should put up on the other screen. I've got, if you guys can't see, I've got 2 monitors right here. I should put up Discord just so you know it exists.
Well, we do know it exists.
I know it exists. I'm in there every day. I'm saying so you know it exists.
We just peek our heads in every now and again. Need this. That's 2 good looks from 3. So what you got, Bree?
Oh, man, I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't go like a star player. I like going like, I don't know. I might have to go on the Fanatics app and
okay. Go on the
check
Fanatics
out what
app,
they got.
everybody, because you could be the winner of the $100 in the fan cash, where the Sixers right now just continue to commit silly fouls where they allow them to continue for a 3-point play. Foul on Grimes, bucket from Banchero, 39-35. Sixers had another good look from Maxey from 3. Misses that one. Edgecombe, now 2 for 4 from the floor, but he had a really good look there. I thought the mid-range would have been nice to see him, knock that one down. They're leaving some opportunities on the table. And Orlando's capitalizing in those opportunities. So yeah, I would go hoodie. Probably go hoodie. If I were to make a call. No player, of course, in particular. That's just whatever. I mean, because the one player I would get, I already have.
All right, do you want to guess the number? We probably know. Number 1 top selling jersey this year.
This season?
Mm-hmm.
NBA?
Yes.
This is the one I sent you earlier? but I didn't
Oh.
look at it. I didn't. But I
No,
didn't look at
no,
it.
no.
Okay.
No. I looked it up now.
All right. Number 1 would be. That's a great question. I'll go with Shea.
He's not even in the top 5, which is
He's
crazy.
not in the top 5.
I mean, he
in the
did just
top
come off
10,
an
but-
MVP season, so
And Edwards.
No.
LaMelo Ball.
Nope.
What? I'm 0 for 3. Derek, your turn.
I mean, is it Cooper?
No.
Because rookies always get a little bit of an edge.
Luka.
Oh, because they switched. It's got to be Luka. He's in the top 3 though, right? Okay.
He's number 2.
He's number
Okay.
2. LeBron.
No.
All right.
He's been in LA too long.
He is still in the top 10, but
How about Jalen Brunson?
Wemby.
he's number 3. Wemby's 4.
So we have.
So we've got 2, 3, 4.
And 5 was LeBron, so
5 was LeBron. So we have 2 through 5
in the West.
in the West. Not Shea.
Can't be KD.
No.
My mind always goes to people who switch teams or rookies.
It's a good question. I'm not looking it up. I'm just clearing something.
I thought you were going to get it on the first try, not going to lie. Just because I feel like you know like that stuff off the top of your head. It's actually Steph.
Oh, I mean, Al in the chat brought that up. So
Yeah, a couple people had it in there.
I'm surprised.
I am too.
He's been there 150 years. How do you not already have a Steph jersey?
Yeah. So
I don't
is
know.
this the one where Maxey is 13?
He's 12.
He's 12. Sorry, 12.
You're good.
He's 12. He's in front of Cade Cunningham. Maxey was.
Yeah.
See, that one you got to make. That leads to this bucket here. He has an early seal, smaller defender. Maxey's got to make that one to make it 42-33.
I just yelled at all the people in our Discord because we have a game day section in our Discord. If you're a diehard subscriber, we have a great group of people that show up every game and discuss the game as it's happening. Well, today we're doing a watch along, so I said, get your ass in the watch along chat. So
Come on in.
if you see some new names pop up, that's why, because I scolded them.
Welcome in. Hit the like button when you step on in here, everybody. We appreciate it. On the floor foul. Wow. Good pass from Quentin Grimes, though, to Dominic Barlow being available in the dunker spot. Welcome in, everybody, to the Watch Along presented by Fanatics and the Fanatics app, where we're giving away $100 in fan cash in the second half. So you need to be present in order to win that $100. So if you're curious of what's on there, we just talked about some jerseys, what we would get. We didn't name any names. We just said what we would get, type of apparel that we would get. Go check it out on the Fanatics app. Make sure you download it. And, of course, so you have an idea of what you might want. Okay, Bona. I mean, is that on Carter then? Carter has 1. Banchero's the only one that has 2. And why are they not attacking him? Got to attack that dude, man. He's been sitting on 2 fouls for a while. Man, this is going to be like a 90s basketball final score. We had 39 points on the board.
Over under was like 220 or something.
Was
combined,
it?
something like that? Yeah.
Man, this might be like 180 in total. Little throwback. They're saying Tyrese Maxey is debuting his signature sneaker. I saw it, but I'm not sure if that's his signature sneaker. That's what they said. I got to put out the word and find out if that's actually his signature sneaker. Derek, this is Derek, this is dragging along. They're just letting them hang around long enough.
Yep.
This lead needs to be 7 at the break.
That's your number, 7?
Yeah.
Okay. For those that don't know, Devon always has a number. He's like, got to get it to 9 by the end of the third quarter. And it's never a round number, which honestly I appreciate because our heads just go to round numbers. But it's always feels very random. I'm sure you've got a system in your head, but kind of a running bit. There's that setback. Always a good sign.
But he's still taking so long to break down the defenders that feels like he normally just attacks them.
It does seem like it takes him like a second longer for the gather.
Yeah. As Jay said earlier, he agrees. I think it was about like Jamal Cain, about the just the gather with the finger and the tape and all. I like Jamal Cain, man. Like his game.
So you would have him ahead of Jet Howard in your rotation?
I would. Yeah, I would. And I also think on that play where he makes the 3, as we're watching a replay on Tyrese Maxey's last 3, I think he created so much space, a little more comfortable with the gather and all because he didn't have to rush it as much. Oh, he alligator armed that one.
All right, so our giveaway is not quite $1 million, but it's also a lot more likely to win. So, you know, it's kind of like that debate we had the other day, right? You want $100,000 or a chance to win $5 million? Well, this is a much better chance of winning $100. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned. So Jay said his prime just went out for a second.
Ours went out too, yeah.
And they had this problem last night during the Charlotte-Miami game. What's their deal, man?
It's funny because, like, the first half of the year, every time I watch, I'm like, wow, the picture quality is really great. That was good transition defense from Paul. It's just good ball movement, not enough people back.
Yeah. I see he couldn't spin. I don't know why he couldn't spin as his offhand with the left. He should have been good there. Edgecombe needs to get a bucket or 2 here, man. They need help.
I will say, you know, because we talked a little bit about in the pregame show, but hey, maybe Nick has some stuff in his bag that he hasn't shown all year. Not really seeing it.
Not showing
what we're seeing is a lot of, like, when they make shots, it's PG just making a tough step back shot, or Tyrese using his speed to get to the rim. It's a lot of one-on-one isolation stuff. We have not seen a more creative version of the Sixers offense so far.
He traveled.
I'm also surprised Drummond got that DHO off. I thought he was going to bounce past that right into
Yeah. I think Suggs is doing a decent job, but he's not doing a job where I feel like Maxey cannot have success. Of course he makes that one. Oh, all right. This is you 3 minutes here. You need to make a little bit of a run to separate yourself. It may not get to 7.
What's your number? Is it 7 still your number?
Yeah, 7 is my number. Regular season Drummond takes that 3-pointer.
I'm okay with him passing.
No, but I'm saying. I'm just pointing out regular season Drummond takes that 3-pointer.
He's weird because he'll go through periods where he passes up those threes, and then he'll take like 3 of them in a quarter. And you're like, can we find a middle ground here?
I like the idea of getting into the guard. Edgecombe is struggling. He needs some shots. He got a decent look. How many fouls is that on Maxey now? He's on 2? He's on 2.
Yeah, to your point, VJ just 2 for 6 so far in this one.
Yeah. Get some stuff at the basket. See the ball drop again. We just talked about it earlier. Concanipple struggled in his first postseason action last night in the Charlotte win. Tie score, everybody. 3 minutes, 46 all. Sixers have had some good looks. Orlando has had some good looks also. It's just a lid for both teams. The Sixers had the biggest lead, obviously, but that was a weird foul.
Yeah.
I thought Maxey was trying to call timeout. I thought he was going to point at the official, call timeout. And here we go. That wasn't supposed to happen.
No.
He was trying to get the timeout. Look at Jamal Mosley. Wow, first half, man. These teams are shooting some awful percentages.
Yes.
45 and 44. 44 for the Sixers, 45 for Orlando. Terrible shooting.
Really is from deep, though. And you're getting lucky. I mean, Magic can't shoot, so them shooting 2 for 9 from 3 isn't a huge shocker. But
and you were plus 4 in threes. You need in the second half, we already know what's going to happen. They're going to go 7 for 12. We already know.
Yeah, I don't think my pregame pick is going to hit.
what was your?
Which is good for us, but
Yeah.
it was Suggs 3 threes.
Okay.
Suggs 3 threes.
Not
But
looking
see,
too
he
good.
could.
Yeah,
He
but
could. Mine was
I'd rather not
Drummond,
now.
10 rebounds and 13.5 assist and rebounds for
Paolo, yep.
Paolo.
And Drum is at 5 rebounds, so you're in a better spot than Bree.
And
Suggs has
Paolo-
not made a 3 yet.
Paolo's at 5 so
Okay.
far of the 13.5.
yeah, guys, I would cash out on mine right now. If it's a parlay, cash out.
Oh, man. Postseason basketball, man. We got to sit here, rub your hands like, the nerves are there. What's going to happen with this? I don't want them to play a game on Friday. Just bottom line. I don't want
No, yes.
No.
Both because I don't want the nerves of do or die elimination, but also I want my Friday off. A little bit of
Yeah, because we'll have a 6-day work week this week. Come on, Sixers. You know it's all about us.
always.
What are we doing here? Time for some candy.
So again, something we brought up a lot in the last couple days previewing this show, getting out in transition.
Yep.
So far, when you combine it to a half court, Orlando is averaging 80.5 points per 100 plays. It's very low. It's bottom 10% in terms of games. So it's very inefficient basketball. They're running on 21.4% of their defensive rebounds compared to 7% for the Sixers. They're legitimately running 3 times more frequently off of rebounds than the Sixers are. And I think that's really what's keeping them in this game. Even when you look at like the free throw discrepancy, a lot of their free throws are coming from pushing the ball and getting looks in early offense. So if you can, we talked about it in the pregame show. Nick Nurse talked about it in his media availability. Got to get back. Even if that means abandoning some offensive rebounding opportunities.
Yep.
You got to get back.
Got to get back.
Figured I had to talk for a minute so Devon could finish eating.
I'll talk while Derek eats. AI, getting the
I mean, he's got to be there.
The introduction there, everybody. AI hanging out. Who else is there? We talked about this the other day. Was it yesterday? The Detroit fans of the stars that would potentially be there. We didn't talk about Charlotte. We didn't talk about Boston. They didn't show anybody else. Guess nobody else is there. AI.
So we got a report here coming in from Kyle Neubeck at the arena. Franklin, the Sixers mascot, did make his over-the-back half-court shot. He had a streak of, I think, 18 games in a row of making one earlier this year.
Yeah.
He's probably the third best shooter in the Sixers organization right now.
And that's why Adam should be ashamed of himself for continuing with this thing.
He's got this weird beef, man. He just cannot appreciate greatness.
No, he cannot. Tell him to get out there and do that. At that clip. 18 in a row? Come on, man.
And look, so a little bit inside baseball. They did, because remember when they first debuted Franklin, he was a pretty big New York Giants fan, the guy behind the mask. He has been, I'm not saying he's replaced because of that, but just through the course of, having a decade with the mascot, it is a different person there now.
Yeah.
So I always harbored a little bit
That's
of ill
funny.
will because he had tweeted some derogatory stuff about the Eagles at one point. No longer have to worry about that. You can just appreciate greatness now.
So true. I forgot about that. So true. Got that matchup again. Dance with him.
Nice pass.
All right, I could tell that one was off. He was fading to his right. I didn't say go down by 7. I said go 7-point lead. There's one,
there's
Bree.
6.
One. On the floor, but so what? They're in the bonus. And he's got 3. Got the 3-point advantage. Free throws, 12, 15, 9 to 9, 11 in favor of Orlando. You're +3 in threes. They're +1 in field goals. It's always, how is this happening? Free throw line, man. Free throw line. No foul either. Just good defensive possession here. And let them do that. Just throw it to the third row. Tony Roten pass. Isn't he from Seattle? He's from Seattle too, right?
If that was Roten, that would have been going probably about 20 miles per hour faster and would have broke a lady's nose.
It almost, well, that was the first row. You're right. So yeah. Almost got the one of the owners.
He is Jet Howard, but Devon and I are in agreement on that one. Like, I could not. I know a lot of people love Tony. He drove me nuts.
And I was a Roten fan coming out of high school and then Washington. I liked
He was
Roten.
a hell of a quarterback, too,
Yes,
in high
he
school.
was. I was a fan. And as soon as I heard from when I had the Memphis media member on the show, and they said he thought he should have been starting over Mike Conley, I was like, uh-oh.
I've said this before on the show, but so.
That's an and one, right? That was 2 steps.
It looked like continuation.
Yeah.
I had like John Hollinger and I had communicated online for a while, but I'd never met him. And obviously Hollinger worked for the Grizzlies at the time when they traded Roten to the Sixers. So I'm up at the Sloan Sports Analytics Conference one year. I'm standing there talking to 2 of the other guys from Draft Express. And again, I had never met Hollinger in person up to that point. It was before the Athletics, so we didn't work together yet. He just walked up to me, grabbed me by the shoulder, said, "How do you like Tony Roten now?" Cackled and walked away. That was the entire conversation. Again, I had never met him. He obviously, like, I knew what he looked like, but like, it was never like, "Hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. My name's John Holland." No, it was just making fun of Tony Roten and walking away. The first time I ever met him.
He was something else, man.
John's fun. John is a fun guy. I've grown to really appreciate him. And I know, like, because he's a little bit of a different thinker, especially when you start getting to his draft takes, and he will look at it in an unorthodox way. And whenever somebody steps out on a limb like that, especially with the draft, anytime they're wrong, they'll get killed for it. But I do think we tend to, especially with the draft, you tend to, the consensus opinion tends to override your own. And I really appreciate someone who's, I've got my process. Mm-hmm. I'm going to evaluate it the way I evaluate it. I'm going to try to grow and learn from it. But if it's me going out on a limb compared to everybody else, I'm going to continue to do that. And he absolutely will do that. And when I say it was a cackle, it was a cackle. Like, if you're talking about a room with 1,000 people, I bet you all 1,000 people could hear that cackle. He's a hysterical guy. I have some other stories with John from bars, but I'm not gonna divulge all of those.
Tony Roten will certainly make you cackle if you're not rooting for him. Postseason Drummond. You should have taken the first one.
Just don't do the finger guns, man. No finger guns in the postseason. Nice little close to the second quarter, though.
Yeah.
It was looking like Orlando could go up with a decent run.
Just stop fouling. Stop putting them on the line. Get the ball out. That was online. I'm not mad at it. Bane 19, Maxey 16.
Jason of the Forest with a good point. They almost got you to that 7-point advantage.
On that 3. Jay, you are right. You are right. Stop fouling. They might have made sure that was the case. But they are in the lead. They are in the lead, and Drummond is a big part of that. I'll say this. You're right, Tilla. That was with the 7. Gene almost got the number. Jay, absolutely. Edgecombe had that 3 before Drummond made his, and Edgecombe missed that free throw also. They can win this game. Here's the problem. As we know, before we take our little pause here on our watch along, we know what the third quarter typically looks like for the Sixers. They have to stop that. Tonight.
To be fair, that hasn't been as big of a problem over the last month or so. They've been a little more diverse in when their collapses happen. So you've seen a lot of second quarter collapses, not always in the third quarter. So who knows? They might be good to go.
Yeah. I mean, it's right there. You can see how they win this game. And Winona says they have to come out in the third quarter and they have to grind it out in the third quarter. And she's absolutely right. We already see what the game plan is with Orlando. Paolo Banchero, I thought they left an opportunity there to get him maybe pick up an extra foul. Wagner, he does have that foul trouble, but I thought Banchero was also a candidate to pick up one of those, that third foul. They did not take advantage of that with him. So if you can go at Wagner, get him his fourth, maybe he's out of the game. Oops. If you can continue to put Paolo Banchero on his heels, get him backpedaling a little bit, making him make a decision on if he has to reach or just let it play out the way that
not
it is and give
Jay.
up
He's
two.
A great defender.
Yeah. I think, they're right there. Orlando, again, shooting 44%, 3 for 11 from three. Personally, as we sit here right now, they've gotten some good looks. I don't know if that's going to continue. The Sixers, 7 for 19 for their 37%. They'll probably stay right there in that range of what we just saw here in the first half. Stay aggressive, get to the free throw line. Orlando has taken 17 free throws to the Sixers 13. And rebounding is even, 21-20, so advantage Sixers, but pretty even there. And same thing with the turnovers and all of that. Protect the basketball, rebound the basketball again, continue to do that. Better percentage of shots made, I would ask, in the third quarter as you start things out. Because it's my joke, everybody. It's the running joke that Derek pointed out and Bree talks about with my number. Even without seeing the third quarter play out, you need to have a little bit of a lead, a little bit of a cushion, because things tighten up. As you saw last night in that Miami and Charlotte games, things tighten up a little bit in the fourth quarter, right?
StatMuse with a pretty rough tweet.
But it's fair, I'm sure.
Andre Drummond has already hit more three-pointers in playing games than Con Knuppel.
He's right. The StatMuse is right. He was 0 for 5, 0 for 6 last night.
They have that engagement baiting down to a T.
Yeah. Yep. So we can talk about it a little bit more for the third quarter, but I just think that they need to have the lead after the third quarter. I know how good of a fourth quarter team that they are, but in this two elimination type situation here, and maybe potentially on Friday if they don't win tonight, you want to take advantage of what's in front of you right now and not let that third quarter thing that's been there. It's been their bugaboo all year. You don't want that to come into play here again tonight, where you do have a 4-point lead. If you can extend that, maybe push that to 7, because I do think it's still going to be a tighter third quarter where Orlando will make their adjustments at halftime. They have to extend this at least by 3 points going into the fourth quarter. I think you can't be down and going into the fourth quarter.
You hear that, Nick Nurse? You've got the Devon Givens mandate. Do not let him down.
They have us on in the locker room. It's part of the halftime speech. We are not the reason why they collapse so much in the third quarter. We are the reason why they extend leads in the third quarter, which has been very rare all season long.
So I think they've done a pretty good job on the defensive glass. Big tip of the hat to Andre Drummond. I think he's been a real big factor there. I'm just going to go back to it, though. You're tied 5 offensive rebounds each team. I would sell out more, not pursue offensive rebounds, because I really think one of the ways that Orlando is going to stay in this game, if they can push the pace, if they can attack an early offense, you're seeing a lot of their fouls, the fouls that they're drawing, coming when the Sixers defense isn't completely set. If you end up the second half with only 2 or 3 offensive rebounds, but you limit them to more half-court opportunities, I'm okay with that trade-off.
Yeah. Yep. But the cushion is necessary. Larry agreeing in the chat saying, a 5-point cushion going into the fourth quarter is good. I'm saying 7, but Larry, I'll even take the 5. Give me the 5. I'll take the 5 going into the fourth quarter, because I think they just need to have a lead and continue to guard the.
No, screw that. Get greedy.
I mean,
I want 8. I'm even going to one-up Devon.
Give me 10.
I'm going to price of right Devon's given here. I want 8.
Bree, what's your number? I got 7.
Don't pick 9.
5.
You're not allowed to pick 9.
5 for
9.
Larry. You got 9? All right.
I'm kidding.
All right, Maxey with 16 to lead the Sixers in scoring. Do we need to take a break, or we good? You good, or you want to take a pause? All right, because we got a lot of people in here. I want to keep everybody here. Everybody's also looking forward to the $100 fan cash giveaway that we're going to announce in the third quarter. Give away that. So, stay in. Kyle says got to have at least 9 going into the fourth quarter. Good number. Good number, Kyle. Need that number. Need that number. Seriously. But All right, Maxey at 16 here at the break. 11 for Paul George. As much as we were on him for not doing enough, he was 4 for 8. So he shot 50%, had 11 points, 4 assists, 1 steal, only 1 board. So, okay, that's no problem. Next one we'll go to Oubre, 11, 2 boards, 1 steal, has 2 turnovers. Edgecombe is the one that we need to see get going. He's got to get going. 3 for 8 for 6 points, just under 50%, but we saw the shots. They didn't look great. 6 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, and the 2 turnovers. 2 personal fouls. Cannot get in foul trouble.
Yep.
Cannot get in foul trouble. So what would you like to see from him?
No, I mean, you would like to see him be a little bit more aggressive. And, if you are going to continue to play pretty aggressive defense, and I think the Sixers have done a pretty good job of maintaining their aggressiveness without, completely selling out and giving Orlando too many open looks. Although, again, Orlando's the type of team where they don't want to take the threes, and they're not really good when they do attempt them. But, I think if you're going to play aggressively, I'd love to get VJ a little more in transition. I brought it up earlier.
Yeah.
Where was that tab? Hold on, I missed it.
I agree.
I lost it. But, the Sixers at one point were only running on 20 or 7% of their defensive rebounds. I'd love to see them up that a little bit, if for no other reason than to try to get VJ unlocked a little bit and attacking an early offense. But he hit the one nice midi. Keep taking it.
Yeah, it's there. I wonder. I mean, we saw it again from Con Knipple in the Charlotte win. Maybe it's the first time they played in the postseason. Things get a little ramped up, no pun intended, but bring the jar out here. Things get a little ramped up, and we know guys in their first action in the postseason, sometimes things can get a little nervous.
And look, I think he's certainly helped you on the glass. So I think he's contributed there. I think the effort is there. And I'm not asking him to, 3 for 8 right now from the field. I'm not asking him to take 15 shots in the second half. But you'd like to find him a way to get maybe a few cleaner looks.
I would like 8 more. Be aggressive with the 8 more. Maybe you can get 2 or 3 of those, as you pointed out, in transition.
Yep.
But that has to be a point of emphasis in the locker room. Run on these guys. Get that odd man advantage that you do have, where the floor is not balanced, and you get that opportunity. And he's a really good finisher in transition. He can still improve, as we know, in the half court set, finishing at the rim. But in transition, he does a pretty good job of doing that. So if they can get him a couple of easy opportunities out there in transition, I think that would be good. And we've talked about it too during our 3 p.m. shows and pre and posts. A nice dunk, nice finish in transition, gets the team juiced, gets the crowd behind them. Crowd is going nuts. We haven't, maybe Maxey's 3, where we heard the crowd and react.
Yeah.
They haven't really given them much to react to. There were a few moments where it could have happened, where they could have, blown the roof off of the place, but hasn't happened yet. So they need one of those plays, and I think he's a really big candidate for something like that to happen if he's able to do it. If you missed it on the pregame show, we gave our predictions. All 3 of us collectively said we think that they should win this basketball game and will win the game. We thought it would all be close. Even after seeing the first half, I still think that they should win this basketball game, despite some of the things that we hope improve in the second half. I think they should win this basketball game. Jay the Jungle with a super chat. Thank you, Jay. I think if the Sixers have more points at the end of the game, they win. Very astute. Thank you, Jay. I still say 5-7 points after third quarter going into the fourth, but you are absolutely right. I hope that they have that 7 and have more points at the end of the game after 48 minutes of play and win this basketball game. You are right, Jay. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it.
I used to love... So JJ Redick was the type where, if you asked him a good question, he'd give you a 3-minute response that was really well thought out, and he'd really obviously, he reacted to the quality of the question. But if you gave him a bad question, hey, what are the keys to winning game 3? I don't know. We got to score more points than the other team. He did that multiple times.
Yeah.
Especially when the stakes got higher. He just had no tolerance for bad questions. And I think you've probably seen that during his Lakers days as well.
All right. Larry said we got to look at Orlando's points in the paint. 26-20. So it's not as large as you probably would have thought. Points in the paint, 26-20, Larry. So to your point, maybe one of their point of emphasis in the halftime speech is be physical, use your physical advantage, closer to the rim, do all of that. Maybe.
Yeah. And look, like I said, I think the Sixers are doing a pretty reasonable job on the defensive glass. And Orlando's not a great offensive rebounding team. They're like right around mid-pack. Their strength on the glass really comes defensively and then using that to get out in transition. But I think the Sixers have done a reasonable job of denying them second chance points. It really is keep them off the foul line, keep them out of transition, and limit them to a one-shot half-court team, because if you do that and you don't help off of Bane too much, you should have a really good chance.
And as you said, offensive rebounds, it's even. 5-5. Keep it that way. Don't let them get offensive rebounds. Keep the first half. They're going to get some in the second half. We know. You just make sure you have more than them, and you don't let them score off of those. And don't allow them to get in the bonus as early as they did in the second quarter. They were in the bonus way too early, and that's why they were able to get those freebies and take advantage of that. Do not let that happen in the third quarter. So I don't know what the speech is outside of Nick Nurse playing this watch along in the locker room so the guys can hear us talking. I don't know what the speech is, but one of the things has to be we cannot let our third quarter, which is what we've had, really hinder us all season long. We cannot let that show itself here tonight. Cannot allow that to happen.
I'm curious. Since the All-Star break, what has their point differential in the third quarter?
In the third quarter?
Yeah, I'm going to look that up real quickly.
All right, and while you do that, I'm just going to pull up the first half stats because I want to see what the shooting percentage in all by quarter was for the Sixers in each quarter. So in the first quarter, they shot 40%, as we talked about. Second quarter, they shot 50%. They were 11 for 22. Orlando shot 52.6%. So both teams shot better with a 31-31 score there for both teams. Didn't even seem like it. Seemed like they were both struggling to put points on the board.
You're already sitting down, so I'm not worried about your health.
All right.
Since the All-Star break, the Sixers have actually outscored their opponents in the third quarter. They outscore them by an average of 1.1 per game.
I'll take that one because that's what Jay said. Just one more point than the other team to win the basketball game. I'm with you.
Before the All-Star break, they had lost the third quarter by an average of 4.4 points per game. So quite the swing. They went from the worst team in the league in the third quarter to the 13th best team in the league after the All-Star break.
Okay. All right. Second half is about to get underway, everybody. And we appreciate you hanging out with us quickly before we start talking about what we're going to do to give away the fan cash, $100 from the Fanatics app. This watch along is presented by Fanatics. We appreciate it. Derek, Devon, Bree, for all the newcomers, welcoming everybody in. We thank you for hanging out with us for this play-in matchup against the Orlando Magic. We do want to shout out. Got to shout out the Flyers.
Yes.
Got to shout out number one, the Flyers. When we say the Flyers, we mean the PHLY Flyers crew. From Bill and Charlie, Brenna, Steve, Kelly, who was on the show last night with Bill. They have been crushing the numbers as we get ready for postseason. They are in the playoffs. They're already in. They already have a schedule.
Who would have thought that they would qualify for the playoffs before the Sixers?
Right.
Are you a little bit envious? So, remember back in 2017, 2018, when it felt like you're at the start of a run. There wasn't the crushing weight of expectations holding you down.
Mm-hmm.
You were excited about the playoffs rather than nervous about them.
Yeah.
You had faith that you were on an uphill trajectory rather than worried that, the window was closing. I'm just very envious of where they are in their team life cycle because I miss that.
Yeah.
I miss that.
Yeah. They've had a fantastic run. It's been great to see them. Great to see the numbers that they are what they are for the PHLY Flyers podcast. Make sure you join them all postseason long. Right before the game, 30 minutes before the game, certainly right as the game ends. You want to make sure you are tapped in to the PHLY Flyers and the Stanley Cup playoffs run for the Fly guys, the orange and black. Some young guys getting in there, Porter Martone, getting in there, making an impact. just walked off the college campus and into playoff
19-year-old kid.
Playoff hockey. So good stuff for the Flyers, everybody. Again, Bill, Charlie, Brenna, Steve, Kelly. It's a great, great watch. Also check them out 4 p.m. on non-game days as you check them out. Checked out all of their work at the PHLY_Flyers on Twitter. All right, second half underway. Quick basket for a quick free throw for, I don't even know what happened because they were talking to Kelly Oubre. But
always love it when you're watching something while the game's going on.
Yep. Bonus starts the second half.
Which again, I'm a little. I thought there was a chance they might switch that up, but because I thought Drummond clearly outplayed Bona. I don't necessarily think Bona was necessarily bad. I just think Drummond did more.
Yeah. All right, Orlando in front. We've had 9 ties, 10 lead changes, something along those lines. I'll just go check it out just to make sure that we are correct on that. Got to knock it down, young fella. Finally. Knocked down. Ties and lead changes in the first half. We had 9 ties, 10 lead changes, and we've already done so here twice in the start of the third quarter. Edgecombe, after missing that mid-range shot, nice knockdown and extra pass from Paul George in that corner 3.
Oof. They don't call him PB No J for nothing.
That's why when Paul George closed out so hard on him on the perimeter,
what are you doing? Let him take that.
Yeah, it's like stay under control. If he knocks it down, you live with it. Also, how do you feel about, and we're going to tell everybody how we're going to give away the fan catch. I know I keep saying it, but we will. Presented by Fanatics app, and we are presented by Fanatics. How do you feel about the how they face guard when they face guard on the rebound, like Bona did, where Carter was falling out of bounds? Had he turned around, obviously you would have gotten the rebound and maybe a fast break chance. But I don't know. It's not, I mean, I know they teach it a certain way, so
yeah.
That's just me as a basketball fan and just watching and saying,
Maybe you let Bona face guard because his hands are so bad. He's not grabbing that ball anyway.
It's probably going to go out of bounds. You're right. Good call. Good call. That was a bad job by me. All right, next time out, we will tell everybody how we're giving away our $100 in fan cash on the Fanatics app. So stay with us. Don't go anywhere. Hit the like button, like and subscribe. He's hesitant to shoot that shot, so do not.
I mean, did you see his last jumper?
Did you see him not? Whoa.
He's the one because he came out, shot well, and had a down year or two. I thought he'd turn it back around. It just hasn't been there.
Yeah. I actually thought Edgecombe could have dropped it off the no-hands Bona right there because he had a clear line drive to the basket. But he still got fouled. Let's see if they give him 2 on this one. All right, they give him 2. Yeah, I pick out a lot of everybody when we watch these games. I apologize. Not really, but pick at a lot of these things. Knock down the free throws.
See, on a normal game, we're actually pretty quiet because, like, Kyle and I take a lot of notes, and Kyle writes the instant reactions. And then it'll be quiet, quiet, quiet. And then Kyle will just yell. And he'll yell very loudly, and he'll shock us all. So it's a little bit of a change up, but no cursing, or at least less cursing. We're doing our best, but a little more constant dialogue. Let's see what we got.
They give him just a little delay of game warning for both of these guys.
Boncaro now 6 of 14 from the field.
Sixers win, everybody. Get Boston, 1 o'clock, Sunday, game 1 in Boston. They lose, they will host the Charlotte Hornets, and that would be on Friday at 7:30 in South Philly. Bona active there. Good contest on Wagner. Going to the basket. You just need to string together You need to string together where you get some good buckets and some points there.
There you go, Kelly.
Force the time.
They're going to win this game on Kelly Oubre and Andre Drummond threes.
We talked about it. I mean, sometimes it has to be the other guys that win those. You need one for sure in the series. Nick Batum helped them win that game against the Miami Heat a couple of years ago. Wasn't it Batum? Yeah, it was Batum. Yeah, he had like 5 threes in that game.
Even Kelly, he obviously started off slow in that Knicks series. He had a couple good games later on. Oof.
Man. That's not a foul, though.
No, that was Maxi's fault.
Yeah. I mean, and look, it's not his fault for falling. It hurt.
Yeah, no.
That's a sharp elbow.
But Maxi was the one on the move.
Yeah. Unfortunate that it results in a 2-point opportunity here from Wagner at the free throw line. Were they giving out chicken on every free throw if they missed 2, no matter when it was? I think I saw it. Let me go back and look.
Did anybody miss 2 in the first half?
No, they didn't.
Outside of Maxi.
Yeah, let me see. Check. It will run during the postseason. Another double tech?
I was looking at stats. I don't even know what happened. What did they get a tech for?
All they're doing is talking. They gave him a warning the first time.
Even on the free throw, or even on the replay, I couldn't see what the tech was for.
Just talking. That's it.
We ain't here to watch you, refs. Oh!
Nice pass.
Unfortunately, it was the Bona.
Okay. Edgecombe now. Yeah, so chicken all throughout as long as the postseason runs, you get the bricking for chicken at the home games. That's a tough shot.
He's made a number of tough shots.
Boy, that's a tough shot. Timeout Orlando, 69-62. VJ Edgecombe right now, he has 7 rebounds. So he's on the number that Jamie predicted. 25 points for Tyrese Maxey, 7 rebounds, and the Sixers win. That's on the, on our app. I don't know if I can say it now, but on our app.
VJ pumped up.
Yeah. So, all right. Sixers up 69-62 with 7:51. Maybe a Bona ignited something there. Get everybody juiced up. Get the crowd going and all. All right, everybody. The last time the Sixers and the Orlando Magic faced off in the postseason. Do you remember when that was? 2009.
Thad Young, right?
Thad Young. All right. So,
Didn't Thad Young make a game winner?
Aside from Thad Young, Sixers lose that series 4-2.
Yep.
That was the Dwight Howard team that went to the NBA Finals. Jameer Nelson was out because of the injury, came back in the finals. Ray for Austin was the point guard for the Orlando Magic. So here's how we're going to give away the $100 fan cash.
Should I stop talking about that team?
No names.
Oh, okay.
No names. Aside from Thad Young, can you name 3 other starters for that group without looking at Google, without Googling it?
Well, it's going to be hard to enforce. How is it? Is it whoever says it first?
Whoever says 3 first, aside from Thad Young, give us 3. No, that's fine. Give us 3 starters on that particular team. 2009 playoff team. Don't go Google it. Please don't go Google it. First, to name 3 starters from the 2009 Sixers playoff team when they lost to the Orlando Magic in the first round 4-2, you will win $100 in fan cash, courtesy of Fanatics app. Who you got?
The winner has to submit their browser history so we can verify that you're not
We
cheating.
need a browser history. Come on, y'all. E. Ross. No, that is not.
Can people make multiple guesses? Like if they make one wrong guess, can they then make a second guess?
Yeah. Yeah, but I think we already have. Do we, Bree? I think we might already have a winner. I just want to make sure Derek has it because I mean it's right. It's right, and we already have a quick winner there. Here it is, just so you can see the starting lineup.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
You mentioned Thad Young was a starter, and right away, E. Ross gave us a guess, which was not correct. He had, who did E. Ross had? He had
Jody Meeks, Andre Miller.
He had two of the three starters, Iguodala and Andre Miller. But Jay of the Jungle jumped right in there. And Jay of the Jungle, Andre Miller, Andre Iguodala, Sam Dallenberg, three of the other starters for that basketball team.
Well, that's good because Jay had already given us $16 in super chats throughout the course of the night.
So
it's probably fitting that he wins. Now, Jay, I am going to need your browser history, and I'm going to need to verify that you didn't cheat. But we trust you. We trust you, but still.
Teledon said, "No way, I'm sending my browser history."
That ain't worth $100.
Fair point. But Jay of the Jungle, you are the winner. Jay of the Jungle, you are the winner of the $100 in fan cash on the Fanatics app. Congratulations to you, and enjoy. Let us know once you do get it. I want to know what you get with the $100. Jay, that was great. Everybody participated. Maybe we'll throw something else in there just to throw out there, just to have some fun trivia conversation as we go along with the show, as the game is back into action. Offensive foul, Paolo Banchero. That is now 3 on him for the game. Jay of the Jungle, congrats to you. Jay says the browser history is all good. Gavini with some funny stuff in there with Attila. Good stuff, everybody.
We were just joking about the browse. And first of all, I don't want to see what else you browse, quite frankly, especially people like Attila. I just don't need that. I don't need that knowledge. But also, I trust that if that was actually a condition, you're smart enough just to open up an incognito tab. Like you guys are.
Yeah.
So it was just a joke.
So again, $100 in fan cash, courtesy of the Fanatics app. Our watch along is presented by the Fanatics. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us while we watch the remainder of this game. Sixers up 7 right now. We're able to get a foul called on Paolo Banchero. Turnover by Tyrese Maxey. He thought he should have gotten the foul call. Great block from Adem Bona on Wendell Carter, where I thought he had a wide open lane for a finish. Did not get it, unfortunately for them. And VJ Edgecombe with the loose ball to go the other way. Paul George misses a shot. That was a bit of a heat check for him. But great block by Bona, especially with all the trash talking that those two guys are doing. That's a little bragging rights right there. He sold out for that one to get that block. 69-62, everybody. Larry says Thad, Iguodala, and Holiday. Holiday was not on that team yet.
He was drafted at that year, right? He was drafted like 2 months after that.
Yeah. So
and remember, he was really good friends with Dwight, and there was a lot of people speculating, like, "Hey, maybe now you can get Dwight to come up here to Philly." And well, he did. He eventually got Dwight, just a decade too late.
He just doesn't have it on his threes, Paul George. He looks a little fatigued too, by the way. Where we're just a little over 5 minutes.
It was also a really tough shot. Like, he's taking some tough contested
and there are a lot of misses here, so they're just more on the move.
Ooh.
Bona is.
He's had a much better stint here in the third quarter.
Give it to Maxey. That was These guys are tired now. Also on that team, everybody. So we gave you the starting 5. Andre Miller, Andre Iguodala, Thaddeus Young, Sam Dallenberg. Can you guess the 5th starter, everybody? Can you get this 5th starter? You know who he is. See, if I give another hint, I'm going to give it away of who it actually is. Sixers up 9 right now, 71-62. If I give up another hint, you're going to know. So it's not Lou Williams.
Yep.
It's not Lou Williams.
It is a short guy, though.
It is a shorter guy because everybody brought up Lou Williams. He was on that team. He came off the bench. He did not start. It's another guard. As a foul on Max, he grabbed him. Who else do we have in here?
He went on to have a career in basketball outside of playing.
Death enthusiast has it.
Okay.
Willie Green started on that team. Elton Brand was not on that team yet. That Theo Ratliff was on that team. People forget Theo Ratliff came back.
I forgot that too.
Theo Ratliff came back. Yes, Theo Ratliff was on that team. Royale Ivy, Danielle Marshall, Reggie Evans, and Mo Spates all got time in that game.
That was it, though. It was just like that was just a 1 year, right? He didn't play multiple years after getting traded.
No.
Huh. I completely forgot about Theo coming. He was such a shell of himself by that point.
Yeah, he was.
If you didn't watch Prime Theo, man, that guy could get off the ground quickly. Oof.
Yep. Sixers now making a nice push here, everybody. Jalen Suggs, after the transition bucket from VJ Edgecombe, both of those guys, the momentum carried them out of bounds. As you're watching the game, for those who are unable to watch and you're just able to see us, Suggs shoved Edgecombe after the play, whistle blown for the timeout already for Jamal Mosley. He shoves Edgecombe, and we all know Edgecombe. Suggs, I think, was just frustrated because of what has played out the way that it has played out for the Orlando Magic. So he shoves, as I think Edgecombe was holding him so he didn't fall while they were both going out of bounds. Suggs shoves him. Later on, you see some of the other guys from the Sixers coming in to stand up for their rookie on that play, Kelly Oubre being one of them that I could see just quickly from that. But the Sixers are now on a little bit of a run. They're up after being up 73-62, as we saw. They're up now 73-62 as the Sixers are 14-7 in the third quarter. We asked for a good start in the third quarter. We're getting it.
Yep. No, and like we mentioned, they've been a pretty, at least average third quarter team here over the last 2 months of the regular season. I mean, a bunch of players playing well, but really to me, it starts on the defensive end. They've played a lot better defense here in the third quarter. That has ignited their break a little bit. Huge hat tip to Adem Bona, who's playing some of the best basketball we've seen from him in weeks, I feel like, at a really crucial time. And going back to something we talked about pregame so far, only 8 players for Nick Nurse. We've only got Barlow, Drummond, and Grimes off the bench. I wonder if they will dust off Justin here to maybe get a little bit of shooting. Then again, with the way they're playing defense right now, you might not want to change that up. So we'll see if Nick goes deeper into his bench.
14-7 quarter, everybody, right now in favor of your 76ers. 5 minutes and 12 seconds to play in the third. 5-4-11 from the floor, so they're not shooting the lights out again. But their defense, as you pointed out, is playing really well. Orlando just 2-for-11 so far. Only 1 turnover, but they're not making shots. They're 0-for-4 from 3, 3-for-3 from the free throw line. Rebounds, again, identical, 7-6 advantage Orlando. Assists, 2-1. Doesn't matter. Neither team has making a lot of shots. But here's what has played out for them. You get 4 quick, fast break points for the Sixers. Playoff basketball, postseason basketball, you need to get some easy buckets, right?
Yeah.
So you got an easy bucket right there from VJ Edgecombe, which we asked for.
I'm just pointing out Attila the Hungry comment in the chat. How many grandmas do you think Kelly just cursed out? It really is one of the all-time moments in terms of yelling at refs.
If he stays here longer, man, that's just going to be one that's fantastic. Now watch the momentum just kind of carry. Oh, he kind of gotten like chest to chest with him, and they kind of fell out of bounds. So I see where Suggs takes a little bit of that offense to that. I see that a little bit. All right. I get it now. Watching the replay, seeing it differently, I get it. At least to just dislodge himself. That's all. I get that. It's not a big deal, though.
So now who's got T's so far? Bona? Who picked up that
Oubre.
first one? Oubre and VJ.
Yeah. So you give him a
3
point.
starters.
Yeah. So see, and that's why he got the tech, because he was kind of,
Calm down, VJ. Calm down. Like, I'd rather him be overly amped up than scared.
Yeah, for sure.
But
let me plug up the charge up, get some juice here.
Why would you not have done that from the get-go?
Hey, man.
I brought out a power strip just for that purpose, and Devon's like, I don't need it.
5? We're amongst family here in the chat.
F it, we'll do it live.
We'll do it live. I was watching the PHNX last night. There was a lot of F-bombs dropping last night for that game with Suns and Blazers. By the way, Denny Avdia leading that team to the 7 seed. Great work, Tiago Splitter and the rest of those guys.
Also happy for Drew.
Yes, I am. Because I thought he was going to get traded. I thought he was going to end up in another rebuilding situation. Okay, I did see it. Sorry. Yeah, they're taking these shots trying to just, again, knock the roof off of the place.
I will say Drew being one of the oldest players in the league is really screwing up my mental. I remember when he was a baby.
He was 19, wasn't he?
Yeah. And he looked it.
He did look every bit of 19. Yeah, you're right. Ooh.
I will say he's got a little more left than I thought. Like, I thought there's a chance he would end up being one of the worst contracts in the league. It's just a big number for a player coming back from injury that's up there in age.
Mm-hmm.
What is he, 36 now? 30. Mm-hmm. He's playing pretty good basketball.
Can we see a replay, by the way? Because they called a double dribble. I'm not sure he double dribbled. While we're in the dead ball, and we want to say thank you to everybody for hanging out with us here during the watch along. We also want to, as we told you about the $100 in fan cash, and again, appreciating everybody hanging out with us. Let me just tell you a little bit more about the Fanatics app. We mentioned the fan cash. It's the all-in-one destination for every part of your sports fandom, everybody, where you can get that official gear that we talked about from your favorite teams, players, etc., including the latest drops, exclusive releases, must-have merch, all in one place. If your team, not just the football, as people tend to do, your basketball squad, they get to the actual playoffs, maybe you want to get something and represent your squad. Baseball team, despite their loss of this series against Chicago that's driving Derek crazy.
You're driving me nuts.
You get some gear, go outside and watch, at the stadium. Flyers, hockey, playoff hockey, you want to do that as well, all on the Fanatics app. It's also more than just shopping, everybody. You can play free daily games in the app to earn fan cash. Like we gave away the 100. You can play daily games there, which you can spend on the jerseys, game tickets for maybe some Phillies baseball, playoff basketball, collectibles, and much more for your man cave at home. You can do all that there as well. It's all in one place. This is the destination for you, all built for fans like all of us here at PHLY, and certainly the fans that get involved with the Fanatics app. So we thank them again. You might get a Drummond jersey if that one would have dropped. I didn't like the shot either, but
I will say, if you are the type that will watch two yahoos like us talk about a basketball game, you'll probably find something on Fanatics that you will appreciate.
So with it all, everybody, we laid everything out for you, what you can get, the experience on there. Download the Fanatics app to take advantage of it all. Fan cash, merchandise, ticket sales, collectibles. It's all right there on the Fanatics app. And then you can message Jay in the chat and say, hey, Jay, I saw this. Since Jay won our $100 from the fan cash. Thank you to the Fanatics for sponsoring us here on the Watch Along. Love playoff basketball, man. I know we're not there yet, Derek. I just love playoff basketball.
Oh, Jesus.
That's good.
He is hunting those pull-up threes more than he had the past week or two, so that's good to see.
Magic in the bonus.
3 minutes left. A lot of bonus time.
Yeah, it is. Did I hit everything, Bree? Cool. That's why she's the president of basketball operations, everybody.
You
Make
just
sure
follow
we're all good.
her orders.
That's it. All right. I said 7 going into the fourth quarter.
And they're at what, 8?
You said 8.
Yep.
Bree said 9. Kyle said 9.
Kyle said 9 in the chat.
Who said 5 there in the chat? I think it was Larry said 5 in the chat. They were just up 11. Little quick run there. I would like for it to be the number that Bree and Kyle said at 9. But if we get our 7, my 7, I'll live.
Oh, boy. Barlow making some really boneheaded passes here.
First one, they can't pass it to him with 4 seconds left on the shot clock. They can't do that. That one right there was his fault.
We did talk about it earlier where, like, you wonder if Nurse might expand that to a 9-man rotation. I wouldn't get Justin in, or I wouldn't mind putting Justin in there just to see if you can maybe hit a couple of quick threes and stretch this lead a little bit.
Because their size hasn't hurt the Sixers at all.
Yeah.
When you had Paul George also there, the size hasn't hurt them at all. Now, you don't want to give them an opportunity, but if he makes his shots, then you negate all of that.
Orlando 3 of 16 from 3.
For the game.
Yep.
Wow, that is. Man.
When you have a team shooting that poorly, like you should, I know we're 7, 8, 9. You should be up double digits. You should be up 12 to 15 right now.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we never talked about. I know we're in the guts of the quarter here, but maybe the next dead ball. Tyrese Maxey makes both free throws. We never talked about the Bulls firing everybody in the front office. Finally. And now with Portland winning and making it to the playoffs, they get a second first round, a lottery pick, I think. I think it is. Yeah. That's a tough shot. Runner going away from the basket.
Feels like the whole Jaden Ivey thing might have been the last nail in the coffin.
All right, Tyrese Maxey.
Tiny bit of background check might have been good for that.
Good work, Drummond. Barlow's done some nice things. He's done some questionable things. I don't disagree with you that I might want to see it. Do you want to see it in the fourth quarter, though? Wouldn't you have wanted to see it in the third?
I would have wanted to see him paired with Maxey, so yeah.
Yeah.
Because Maxey is probably going to sit for at least like 2 to 3 minutes to start the fourth. That's usually when he sits. He plays the entire first and third, comes in with a couple-minute break, and then plays the rest of the way.
Do you adjust that? Or you just wait and see what happens?
I mean, I wouldn't completely hate taking him out a minute to go in the third and giving him a bit of an extended rest. But going back to your question on Justin, I would want to pair Justin alongside Maxey, which is why I wouldn't have minded him coming in with maybe like 5 minutes in the third, because you don't want to bring him in for the first time midway through the fourth quarter. Like that just feels like a bad spot for him. So
they just made their fourth three. Desmond Bane knocked down a 3. He's scoring tonight.
A lot from the free throw line.
He's being physical, 77-71, and he's up to 25 right now. He has the game high currently, and he just made his second three-pointer of the night. Carter has 10 boards. Drummond, 8 to lead. No, Edgecombe has 10 to lead the Sixers. So game highs for both Edgecombe with 10 boards and the same from Wendell Carter. Nobody else really has it going. Like Anthony Black has 8 off the bench. Scoring, Drummond has 7 to lead the Sixers off the bench. 7 and 8 overall, 2 blocks. Grimes and Barlow with 4 each. Tyrese Maxey sits down to start. You need Quentin Grimes too, man, to help Paul George get it going there in that start of the fourth quarter. $18 wins when trailing by 10-plus points, Orlando? Comeback kids.
Do they have I can't see it, it's obstructed. Do they have the overall record, though?
I did not see
curious.
that. It just said tied for the most with Cleveland and Boston.
Okay. So I wonder, like, a lot of times those stats, though, can be like, well, they get down by a lot, so they're going to have more comeback wins, but the goal would be not to get down by that much. There we go.
It didn't look right.
It was in rhythm, but going to the line for a chance to cut it to 3.
Yep.
Couldn't make this one easy.
Nah, up 11. You had some opportunities to extend it.
And again, you're going to have a stretch here. Might not be a long stretch, but you're going to have to navigate a stretch without Tyrese. So you'd really love to push this to at least 7 before the end of the third.
Yep. Yeah, this needs to be right around, let me see what this quarter number is, 19-18 now. At one point it was 14-7. So since then in the quarter, when it was 14-7, that means with 7, it's a 12-4 run for them in this quarter for the Orlando Magic. So Sixers need to find some quality shots, man, and knock them down. Maxi's sitting early like we talked about. All right, Oubre has been the one that has been knocking down those perimeter and those corner threes, and he just missed one. Missed it pretty badly, too. Silly fouls. You're giving them freebies. You're stopping the clock, and you're giving them freebies. 26 free throws. That's not being physical. That's just bad.
No, they're making,
fouls.
a lot of reaching. What do the Sixers have? 17 free throw attempts.
-9.
A big number.
It helps when they miss them, but stop sending them to the free throw line and stop putting them in the bonus early. First made in the season, first attempts, 22 make, 27.5 attempts. They're first in the league getting to the line. Sixers are also obviously helping them out. You missed both. You get some chicken.
And a reminder, you don't have to be in the arena for that chicken.
Nope.
You just have to have the app. So not to give Chick-fil-A free promo, but I'm trying to get you free chicken. So
Drummond tried to dunk. It's not who he is anymore. It was a foul, and he's smart. You got to go up strong there. You can't go up there weak. Stop talking and just make the free throws. Stop talking to Desmond Bane. Make these free throws, big fella. Drummond with the new sneakers, too. We talking about Tyrese Maxey with his. Yeah.
Well, but we talk about it with Tyrese because it's signature. Like, Drummond doesn't get a signature shoe.
I mean, it kind of is, right? Isn't he like starting his own brand or something?
Is
like
he?
that?
Okay.
That's what it was?
You're a sneaker
Wasn't
guy.
it Green?
I might be wrong about that.
Yeah, wasn't it? Yeah. Makes both free throws, by the way. Andre Drummond up 5, 79-74. You know they're going to go 2 for 1 here. No foul would be nice. Oh, he wanted that 3. He was inside the 3-point line. Is he going to blame it on this?
So here we go. 25.3 left, up 5. You've got a chance to get it to 7 or 8.
I need 7.
We're never wrong. It takes us a little bit of time to be right.
Larry, you might be right with the 5, but I need 7. I need 7. I'm greedy. Derek said I can be greedy. I'm greed here. I need 7. Get a bucket. Maxey in for the final possession. Get a bucket. Let's see. All right. Try to get Suggs off of him, get the matchup that he wants. That's a foul. He's not making these fadeaways now.
No.
12 minutes to go. End of the third, 79-74. This is truly a throwback type of game in terms of scoring, where it's all up in the air right now. 79. I asked for it. I asked for an advantage. Everybody, they have it. They're up 5, and I'll take it. I will take it. But, man, they just do this to you. They do this to you, everybody. Sixers up right now, 79-74. So what were they at the half? 59-55. So they increased by
one
point.
third quarter by 1, baby.
That's what you just said. That's what you said earlier, too.
That's their average, 1.1 points.
Oh, man.
So, obviously, really strong half defensively for the Sixers. And Bona leading the charge in that. But really, it was a really good defensive quarter from everyone. But boy, are they leaving some points on the board.
They
Look,
are.
Magic are a good defensive team. Not a great defensive team, but a good defensive team. They had some good looks. They had some shots they could make. You'd still love to see a little more ball movement, a little more creativity, a little less ISOs, but they had some shots they could make. And they're just not converting at a high enough clip. 9 for 29 from three-point range for a team that relies on it a bit.
Keep talking. I'll be right back.
Without very many turnovers. Again, they only have 9 turnovers on the game. You need to put more points on the board. They're currently averaging 107 points per 100 possessions. That's just not quite going to get it done. So you'd love to see. Again, I wouldn't mind seeing Justin at some point in this game. It is going to be tough. I don't like bringing him in here without Tyrese on the floor, and you don't want to bring him in too deep into the fourth quarter after having sat on the bench, but just something to unstuck this offense a little bit, because they are leaving some points on the board. So far, you've got Tyrese leading the Sixers with 20 on 6 of 18 shooting, just 2 for 8 from 3-point range. That jumper, he's been more willing to take it than he has at various points since coming back from the injury, but has struggled to convert. Kelly Oubre, 4 of 9 from 3. Paul George, just 1 of 5. Convert more shots, get a little bit more ball movement, stop fouling them, putting at the free throw line, and I think you have a chance to close this one out. But boy, would I love it if this was a 10 or 15-point lead, like it should be if you're running a more competent offense.
We have another super chat. It says PG playing awesome D. From K Fergie.
Who's that? From K Fergie?
Yeah.
I agree. PG has played very good D. And I think this is a game where some of the defenders have been up and down. Like I think Grimes has struggled a little bit defensively. Bona was okay in the first half and really strong in the second half. But like we've mentioned a bunch, Paul is just your most consistent defender right now, but really all season. And if there's one, again, Paul is what's he shooting right now? 5 of 12 for his 13 points. Does have 5 assists, 2 no turnovers, but really it's the consistency of the defense where he stands out. Here's a broadcast showing a couple of the Adem blocks. It was really strong that quarter. As Devon takes a jog around the studio. Devon is getting his steps in, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot see it, but we got Maxey, Grimes, Paul George, VJ, and Drum to start for the Sixers.
That's why we asked. Does he get an early break? And Maxey got that quick early break timeout.
He played the full 12 in the third, right?
No, he sat down
did?
for a couple of seconds. He came back in for that final possession. That was a tough shot. What's he up to? 15? I've neglected Twitter, by the way, with our show account. Woof. Woof. That would have been a big mate. Yeah, that would have been a big mate. Nice little 5-point swing right there. I think I might have hit my Drummond prop there.
What was your
Banchero 13.5 points and assists.
What was your Drummond prop?
Rebounds
10?
and assists 10.
I think he's at 9.
He's at 9.
Is he? All right, he just got another
He'll get there.
one.
He'll get there.
And what? Suggs was 3 threes that Bree needed?
He's 1 for 6 right
He's
now.
still sitting at 1.
Told y'all to cash out.
Bad turnover. Yeah, you knew he was pulling that 3. Great setup. Great setup from Bane.
Back down to 2.
Had him on his heels. Drummond knew he can't.
Cook says.
Watch the 3.
Yeah.
Watch the 3.
I'm just happy he didn't foul him. I thought he was fouling him.
They haven't.
You just know there's a
Yeah.
big 3-point shooter they're going to foul at some point in this fourth because they drive me nuts with that. Really nice drive by
That's
Tyrese.
a tough finish. 3 guys around. That's a tough finish. Put a poll up, Bree. Who's win this game? We might as well now, right? Yeah, let's do it. Who you got?
I'm too nervous.
Playoff basketball, man. I'm glad Edgecombe didn't foul.
Yeah.
Yeah, good time out here. 35 grand, huh? That's what we said. That's a great play from Bane.
Also got a 25 grand fine for cursing in postgame. So
On
he got
TV? Yeah.
60K total in fines. No, and a flagrant foul, but no suspension for LaMelo Ball.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Hit the like button, like and subscribe. Bree just put the poll up. Will the Sixers get the win? Hell yeah. Or sadly, it's a loss. We have 9 and some change to play. 8 and some change to play. 8:38. Sixers up 2, 85-83. That little 6-point swing would have been nice to knock down that 3 in transition from VJ Edgecombe, but Black comes back and gets a layup. Then Bane with his 3-pointer flips things. So low scoring third quarter, 20-19 in favor of the Sixers. And as we said, as who was it in the was it Jay in the super chat? You just need to win by 1. It looks like it might be that type of night.
Yeah.
I don't
My
want
heart
overtime.
might not agree with that. But
I don't want overtime.
no.
Nah, I don't want overtime. Yeah, I don't want it. I don't want it. It was fun watching it last night because we weren't invested in the Charlotte-Miami other than maybe seeing them in an 8th seed matchup. But, yeah, I don't feel like it.
That's why there was a lot of debate. I saw some debate online about would you want to lose this game and
Here we
maybe
go.
get Detroit in the first round? No, I do not want
Absolutely
a single
not.
elimination game against the Charlotte Hornets.
Absolutely not. Win the game. Guess what? Detroit's going to be favored in their series too.
Yeah.
So win the basketball game. Yeah.
Especially with Cade having come back with, a week and a half left in the regular season. Like, he had enough time to get some of the jitters out. Like, that is not as... And look, we've all expressed some level of skepticism over Detroit and their lack of shooting, but they have been so clearly the best team in the East for the entire regular season. And you combine that, would I maybe prefer them over the Celtics as a first-round matchup? Maybe, but not by enough to risk a single elimination game against a Charlotte team that's playing really good basketball. So. Just because you brought it up with PHNX, we do have to keep the cussing down to a minimum, right?
Well,
just so I know.
They did it a lot.
why the hell am I not allowed to curse then?
I think you're good. I think you're good to go. Sixers do things to make you say bad words.
I mean, I've been trying to be on my best behavior.
Kobe White shot last night. Amazing. That's amazing. I'm glad they showed that, Bree, because Kobe White making that shot just made me think of Derek yesterday when he was doing it, because he has that third quarter where he hits like 4 threes, and I think he had 15 points in the third quarter. He hits that one to tie the game up. No difference makers at the trade deadline, huh? I'm not saying you're going to go get Kobe White, but I'm just saying it's not like we haven't talked about Kobe White. That was dangerous.
Yeah. I was going to say, pull that, VJ. You can't pass up a foul line jumper.
Nah. Kobe White was cooking last night. Difference maker. Good.
Get to see Io in the first round, too. Another player that moved that. He was the one that, like, if you were in the Discord, the moment they started making those moves, the Bulls did, I said, I need Io. And then they didn't. And he went for, what, like 4 second-round picks, something like that?
Yep. And I think White went for 2. I don't know. Anthony Black makes a 3 after they closed out on Banchero in the corner. I know you can't just leave a guy open, but still, KYP.
Man, if Tyrese's jumper ever comes back, he's getting the rim really, really well these last couple of weeks, including in this one. A real nice tip out by VJ there.
First of all, just disrupt
pull
everything.
It back out, Kelly.
Three-point game, 7:21 to play. K. Fergie says, need some Moses Malone and Bobby Jones energy. I mean, that's where VJ Edgecombe comes in and disrupting things like he just did on a much bigger offensive player. Knock down Tyrese Maxey. There you go. All NBA type takeover. Let's see. Back up to 6. Drummond needed a break. Had to bring Bona in. He wanted another 3, right, Bree? He tried to walk right into that one. Anthony Black wasn't having it. Sorry for me chewing on the air, everybody. Got to have my snacks while we watch the game. Good Lord. This is where they will help you. That was an easy layup, and they just continue to make self-inflicted wounds, had those self-inflicted wounds, those bad turnovers.
Tyrese hitting like a trio of threes here to put this away would really, really be nice.
Yes, it would.
And again, he's having so much success in the paint.
The runner is just happening for him tonight. $7-0 run for him. Yeah. Put his team on his shoulders. Still a lot of time left. 6 minutes and 24 seconds to play, but hey, man. That's big time right there. 29 for Tyrese Maxey on 24 shots, 6 assists, 2 turnovers, which is good in 36-plus minutes. We already talked about the 2 free throws. Not going to destroy them for those, but this is why he is an all-NBA player. Now they need to close it out. They need to buckle down defensively, close this one out. Thank you, Kyle. Got to eat my candy. Melo, that's right. The floater is back. I've been saying this to Derek, Kyle, and Bree all season. I'm in favor of the floater and the runner. It's a weapon. Use it. It forces timeouts. There you go. I'm in. Hit that runner, man. Hit that runner. Gene says big ass arms can't catch. Yeah, man. He can block a shot though, those arms. Block a shot and finish an alley-oop, my friend. Dembona. Willing them to a win, Stephen Paul says in the chat.
Tyrese got into PG's medicine cabinet. I hope not, Attila. Don't give the league office any ideas.
Exactly, Marcus. They're setting those screens up higher. We talked about it in the pregame for VJ Edgecombe. Up top, set those screens a little bit higher where it's not as congested and he has a bigger runway to run downhill and get an opportunity to finish. So great call by you, Marcus. Exactly. Oh, you talking about Bane, E. Ross? He's got fair enough. He does have those Popeye arms, don't he?
He does.
He does have those Popeye arms.
You just don't see very many NBA players with his build.
And he was built like that in high school and college. This is built. It's like, how did you be able to shoot like that? It's just not supposed to be able to.
I always hate when my swole arms get in the way of my jumper.
It
Always.
always gets in the way. Good call, Gene. My bad on the Dembona. I take that back, Bona.
Speaking of jumpers, remember all the years where people would make excuses for big men who couldn't shoot? Like, oh, their hands are too big. They struggle to grip the ball. It's hard to get a line drive when you're 7 feet up. And as we've learned over the last 10 to 15 years, no, it's just that they didn't practice it enough. Like, now lots of bigs can shoot. It's not like, oh, if you're over 6'7", it's hard. No, you just have to practice it. But you had so many coaches, high school, middle school, college. Stop shooting them jumpers, big man. Get down there in the paint. Well, then by the time you get the NBA, you're not going to be able to shoot.
Yep.
You ended up watching Tyrone Hill play basketball. Which, look, I appreciated Tyrone, just not an aesthetically pleasing brand of basketball.
Maxey has to be feeling good right now. No foul. It's cool. He's got the hot hand. It's cool. He's got 34. Oh, he's cooking. Oh, he wants to set him up on that step back. Great pass, Quentin Grimes. On that assist. Great pass, Maxey, skip pass. Great pass recognition from Quentin Grimes. Grab the basketball. Don't do too much. Make the play. No help. Let him have it.
Yeah, it's not.
And it was late.
It's not a Dems game.
Let him have it. Don't shake your head. Shake your head at yourself. Let him have it. It's a bucket. It's done.
Oof.
Even had he not done that, that's a no call.
Yeah.
That's a no call. Kyle Wright says Bona's doing too much. Yeah, man. You just let him have that. Live.
The great thing about watching this team and interacting with a bunch of you who, we see on a daily basis is there are certain posters who have things about each backup center that they can't stand, and every time it happens will scream bloody murder. But you can have it with both Bona and with Drummond because they're both so flawed that they can each individually drive you nuts.
You got to get Bona out of the game.
It's just a shame because he played so well. He was such a big part of that third quarter run. But he's been awful here in the fourth. Awful.
How many team fouls did they have? Because I don't want to play the free throw game again down the stretch. Got to get a stop. And you got to get him out the game. Drummond going to the scores table. Get him out the game.
Who's that foul on?
Barlow.
Going to the line to cut it to 5 or 3?
No, 3.
It's currently 5, yeah.
Yeah. He'll miss 1. There's 1. Yeah, got to get him out. Drummond in.
Drummond's coming in.
Yep.
That last foul was on. Oh, no, okay.
And terrible possession. Jamie's in the chat. Jamie Lynch, everybody. Make sure you check out the Philly show. Monday.
Check out the Flyer show, too. You just won't see Jamie.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 12 p.m. Bad possession there by VJ Edgecombe. Absolutely. Got it. I understand it was about to be a shot clock violation, but there was still about 3-4 seconds on there. Give it to Maxey and at least let him face the basket and shoot it. All right, George. Earn your money here. Give Maxey a little break. I saw somebody yawning in the back. It's not the time to be yawning.
Hey, as somebody who cannot always control their yawns, I have sympathy for you, all right?
4:30 to play with a 4-point game. 7 seed on the line.
Remember that car dealer who fell asleep outside?
Yeah.
He ended up getting some airplay for, we'll just say reasons that I'm not going to go into on this show. Nothing bad from him, his perspective, but just topics that we don't really discuss on this show. So he ended up becoming a little bit of a minor celebrity even after that. Yeah, he was dead asleep. How do you fall asleep around 20,000 people yelling? I do not get it.
Yeah, that part I don't know. I mean, sometimes you are just really, really tired, but still. Are they in the penalty yet? Or are they close? They have to be close. Let me go to the trusty box. Oh, well, he was bumping first, so don't challenge that.
I guess you could make the argument that they initiated, but it's just not worth the risk.
He's going to make his first 3 of the day.
How many fouls is VJ at right now? He is at 4 fouls. That's his 4th.
4 fouls. Let me see what they are as a team right now in the 4th quarter. That's a tough shot.
He makes tough layups look easy, though.
He's got 9 points, and the team. You know he's going to make this one.
Cannot give up 2 offensive rebounds in a possession.
Timeout, Nick Nurse.
99-95 with 3:25 left. Not nervous at all.
Maxey had the ball, too. He just couldn't squeeze it.
Maxey up to 31. Bane at 34. On just 15 shots, by the way, for the Magic.
So far, if this is right, it's 3 personal fouls, 3 team fouls on the Sixers, 1 on the Magic with how much time? 3:25 to play?
That's right. It shouldn't come into play. You're in a pretty decent spot.
Yeah, everybody, this one's going down to the wire. We already know. No other way. The other 2 games last night went down to the wire.
Yeah.
It's good games.
Well, I only made a winning thumbnail, so.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, exactly. Because we talked about the winning thumbnail. We just didn't talk about the losing thumbnail.
I didn't really
Positive
do much
vibes,
for a
everybody.
loss, so.
That's right. I haven't even thought about building out the post-game
The show yet, yeah.
When we're doing a watch-along, I forget about everything else that exists.
I'm
like
definitely
Twitter
behind
doesn't
on
exist.
my stuff, yeah.
YouTube post-game show doesn't exist.
Yeah, I just finished ads like
Yeah.
a minute ago. I'm pretty behind.
Yeah. Got some branded segments I'm sure we need to talk about. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with us. Presented by Fanatics here on the Watch Along, our first one of the year. They've given us one here that's going to come down to the wire. So, hey, let's see what Paul George has here, too. Oh, it's crowded over there in that corner.
Oh,
I thought he was going to dunk it.
That would have been nice.
Yeah, I thought he was going to dunk it.
Even still going to the line.
Here's my problem, though, with him going to the line. You know, I'm like, you know, I see things early. He just makes one. It's going to make us mad. Oh, he lost it a little bit.
Yeah.
He's got the old PGs on. He got a different colorway, though. I haven't seen those. All right.
I hope he proves your clairvoyance wrong.
Oh, I do, too. I do, too. Make the 2, man. Come on. Make it easy. 6-point lead. Tyrese Maxey. What did I tell you?
If you were that good, though, wouldn't you be decent at pregame picks? Doesn't that kind of run counter to your whole thing here?
But, Derek, I get 1 of 2 right every time. I got 1 right tonight so far.
Well, then maybe you should just switch to live in-game betting. Because your pregame bets suck.
So does Paolo Banchero's 3-point shooting. Damn, he can't make anything.
PB No J really is one of the coldest nicknames in the history of basketball.
Why is Maxey trying to split that double team, though? That was not there.
Yeah.
Oh, Janai Broom. He was at practice yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Full participant?
Yep. Still not available. Not that you would expect him to play, but
no, but just to have a fresh body.
I mean, look, I'm just happy for him that he's recovered from his injury.
Absolutely.
The one meniscus injury somebody comes back from early with no complications.
Well, he's also about 50 pounds lighter, maybe.
Well, but even Jared.
Well, yeah.
Jared looked a step slow for.
That was a really bad one, right? Yeah. Give the ball up. Uh-oh.
Nice finish.
Drummond, good recognition. Nice pass.
Don't you miss being able to hang in the air like that? Like when you were younger?
Yeah, I could.
I miss that kind of hang time.
I was however high I got, I was up there. It just wasn't as high as VJ just went.
You just didn't have the reach.
Right. We got unsung tonight? No? Because it was definitely going to be Drummond. Well, we already know what the big deal is. Should be. Should be. All right, 2:06, everybody. How does Matt Cord say it? 2 minutes.
Very loudly is how he says it.
Yes, he does. And we all know when the 2 minutes is. It still catches you off guard.
Yes. Incredible career, obviously, from Matt Cord. Going to miss him a bunch. Remember that one year where he wasn't the play-by-play guy?
Yeah.
It was a weird year.
Weird year. It was noticeable.
Yes.
With all due respect. It was noticeable.
Yeah. Seven-point lead, $1:53 left.
Nice defense. Nice defense because he did not foul.
And they got the rebound.
Did not fall for it.
Oh.
One more bucket here on this possession, and I think they're in a really, really good spot. Nice pass. It's all right. Get a stop. Maxey with a
Really
great
good
block.
A really good effort by V. He didn't end up mattering, but just getting back there, you love to see that kind
Great
of hustle.
block. Did everybody get up okay? Because we didn't.
That's
see
true.
that.
We haven't seen them.
We haven't seen that part. Are they up? Great pass from George to Oubre. Wagner's a little banged up.
Well, apparently not all of them, but hopefully all the Sixers.
He'll be all right. They'll play on Friday. They'll be okay. Great block.
VJ
Maxey.
was hauling it too.
Great block, Maxey.
So wait, how did he get hit?
I don't know.
Where did that happen?
That's their problem. I'm not sure. I don't want them hurt. Good luck to you on Friday, but Kelly Oubre knocked these 2 free throws down. Let's move on. K. Let's move on.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wait, I didn't miss it. You buckled it?
Yeah.
Okay. And what was the injury that he was out for?
I have to go double check.
Okay. I was just curious if it was that knee that we were just looking at. He still wouldn't take the 3. What was that about?
He's not. They're down 9 with a minute left, and he's pump faking and driving. My guy, you have got to. For the 5th year in a row, like that 3-point shot has got to be your off-season focus.
That was Drummond?
Andre Drummond dagger corner 3.
You okay with that?
Look, ball goes through hoop. I'm happy.
Your 76ers, unless there's some miracle, 7th seed, move on to face the Boston Celtics starting on Sunday at 1 p.m. Everybody, never in doubt. Never in doubt. Andre Drummond, fantastic work. Look at that. Everybody, hit the like button. Like and subscribe to the show. Everybody, let everybody know we're here. Andre Drummond. Look at that. Get the dub. Get the W. Orlando, enjoy Charlotte. No, they have to go to Orlando, don't they? Charlotte does? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Bree, I'm putting the headline in now. We can do the description and all that stuff later.
You'll just have to have a 3-minute monologue, and we'll be good to go.
I got you. I'm good for it. Get a couple more weeks of basketball, everybody. Wagner back in the game, by the way, so that's a good sign for him. Back in the
Didn't
game.
Drummond have a corner 3 earlier in the game?
Yes, the second one, unless they said his foot was on the line. He did make one. Yeah.
NBA.com is not.
I got you on the other one, on the box. They have 1 for 2, but I thought he made, unless they gave him a 2. Take the shot clock violation. Don't even shoot it. That's pretty impressive that Tyrese Maxey can dribble the basketball and do the dap. All right, Bree. Moving on. Moving on. Jamal Mosley. Oh, your job is not secure. All right, everybody. Sixers win, secure the 7th seed, and they move on to play the Boston Celtics Sunday, 1 p.m. Of course, we'll have our pregame show and on our postgame show to hang out with everybody. But Boston Celtics it is as the 7th seed for the Sixers. Another one with these two teams, the division rivals going at it again in a 7-game series are the Sixers and the Celtics. Really big win, 109-97 behind Tyrese Maxey's 31 points, which was a team high. Desmond Bane, credit to him, 34 for the game high, but contributions all up and down from 19 each from Oubre and Edgecombe. Edgecombe also with 11 rebounds for a guard. Great to see that. Then you have Paul George with 16, 5 and 5, 2 steals. Really good team win for this one, for them to buckle down defensively and do what they needed to do to secure this win and move on to face the Boston Celtics on Sunday to start off this series. So with that, we want to thank Fanatics, number one. We appreciate them for handing us a really cool gift to hand out to everybody else, an opportunity to hand out to everybody else that went to Jay of the Jungle. Jay won the fan cash, $100 in fan cash, and we thank Fanatics for providing us with that for all of you. And make sure you go download the Fanatics app, where once again, it's the all-in-one destination for every part of your sports fandom. Official gear, favorite team players, and all of that stuff available to you, including the latest drops, exclusive releases, much more merch all in one place. And it's just a great thing there. Also, with your fan cash, you can play some daily games on the app as well, which you can spend on jerseys, game tickets, collectibles, and much, much more. As Tyrese Maxey gets his really cool chain. He gets the chain with the dope phone medallion and all. It's a really cool thing. We thank the Fanatics for sponsoring the watch along here with all of you. And secondly, but not we're going to see you guys shortly here on the post-game show for us, but we want to thank you for spending your 2.5 hours with us and watching the game live, reacting live with us, the ups, the downs, all of it, which is playoff basketball, and why we do it, why we love it, to be able to discuss it the way that we do, and doing so with all of you. We thank you for making this very easy, letting us eat candy, drink, say bad words, whatever we might be doing.
Hell
you
yeah.
got to hang out with Bree and all. Thank you all for hanging out with us. So we're going to step away from this particular area here on the watch along. We're going to now head on over to the post-game show. Still basketball to talk about, everybody. As your Sixers move on, we can now say it. We have playoff basketball, everybody. And we're going to talk about that after this win, of course, on the post-game show. So go run to the bathroom, take the trash out, whatever you need to do, tuck the kids in, and come on back and hang out with us, because we have a post-game show to get to and a game to talk about tonight, and certainly game one for the Sixers and Celtics for the 2-7 matchup that is now locked in with your 76ers winning tonight. So for Bree and Derek and Kyle at the arena, all of you, thank you again. But don't go too far. Stay with us and join us on the post-game show. This has been the Watch Along presented by Fanatics. We'll see you shortly.
Y'all silly like the mayor.